Carlsbad Artesia. Hobbs and Lovington, 65 degrees. The area sky is sunny and a few thin high clouds late in the afternoon. By tomorrow, Roswell temperatures around 66 degrees, same for Carlsbad Artesia, and 65 degrees for Hobbs and Lovington. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Alberts.
Your country plays on W105.
The and the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet. Online at carlsbadchevrolet.com. Text line at 877-396-W105. Brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Online at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
What's the date? The exact date.
Welcome to January 29th.
What's so special about today?
It is National Puzzle Day today.
It's puzzle time.
Next puzzle is a riddle.
That is just a piece of the puzzle.
It is National Puzzle Day.
Life is a puzzle.
Sure is a puzzle.
Happy National Puzzle Day.
It's showtime.
And good morning to you. Another day in Paradise Morning Show. This morning being brought to you by your Kubota dealer. Talking about Amigo Machinery. Text line 877-396-W105. Question of the day. Being brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply. Your Napa dealer. Find them today at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day on a Monday. What is the best benefit to your job? What is the best benefit to your job? I'm going to get back to that. By the way, question of the day being brought to you by our buddies at Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. Find them, of course, on Avenue D in Lovington. And if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, the list goes on and on. Being brought to you by Desert Sands Water Well, online at desertsandsnm.com. Check them out today. All right, on number 877-396-W105, another day in paradise. Blake and Tom, how are you guys doing?
Hey, morning. How you doing? It is Monday.
Another day in paradise is what I'm thinking.
How was your weekend, B? What'd you do?
Went to a couple basketball games, nothing. That's pretty much.
So, did they take care of your pneumonia?
No pneumonia. I went to the hospital bright and early Saturday morning, and what they said, they did chest x-rays, they did blood work, urinalysis. I walked out of there, cost me about $9.
Oh, God, really?
Is that right? No. $15.
Right, doing that. $15. Did they give you one of those lollipops?
No, I did not. But chest x-rays, urinalysis, all that stuff. Anyway, they said I was having a reaction to a pre-workout.
Pre-workout.
Oh, what? Like one of the things you take beforehand?
Yeah. And it was reacting with my blood pressure medicine. So they told me to stop taking that and start taking, they gave me a different blood pressure.
Well, what was in that? Do you remember the name of the stuff you were taking?
Yes. So you ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready? Because me and you talked about it. Cialis.
Oh.
Cialis.
Okay.
So, Tom, you know what that is?
Ain't that what makes you, want to perform?
It is, but it's also performing. And my doctor's the guy that actually told me to start taking it. Take it right before your workout. So any guys that are weightlifting know that Cialis is actually. So, and it does have other benefits.
Right, because it opens your blood vessels, right?
Yeah, you're ret to go like all the time. But so I cannot take that. And
I will tell you that fluid, it's and you can get it in a powder, actually makes a pretty good pre-workout drink.
So the way it had me feeling, it was just it was weird because I was having problems breathing. and all kind of other stuff. So now there are guys that are looking pre-workout Cialis. So go ahead, look it up. There you go. Increases blood flow. That's it. Yep.
So Tom,
why do bodybuilders use Cialis? There you go. So now I got about 50 Cialis.
There's other jokes about bodybuilders and needing to take Cialis in there.
Yeah. So, but I was taking that right before I go work out, and God bless. No, I did not. It did not get me ready to go while I was at the gym.
No, because the amount that you take before the workout, right, is
it's
like
10 milligrams.
Right, which is a lot less than what the other dosage is.
But once it gets in your blood and you get that in your blood, to where you take it every day, then it does have the same effect. So, but that's not the way it works anyway. All right, 612, another day in paradise. Go ahead, give me crap. I know it's coming. I'm waiting. I know the way our listeners think. Go ahead.
They're thinking.
Go ahead. I'm waiting for you.
We're one big family. It's okay.
Right.
I mean, it's okay. I'm good to go. Today is Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day, Free Thinkers Day, National Corn Chip Day, National Puzzle Day, and Seeing Eye Dog going on all day today. I discovered something over the weekend. Started thinking about my taxes, got my 1099.
Right.
And I'm going to get screwed. But the threshold, how much money you can make before your Social Security is taxed, they actually lowered that amount. Wow. And so there's going to be a lot of old people that have been not paying taxes on Social Security, and because of their pension and other things, they discovered that they're going to have to pay.
Ouch.
For the first time, and they ain't got the money. In the meantime, we got millions of people that haven't paid a penny taxes that are coming across our southern border, and everybody think that's okay.
Thank you.
So we've gone after our veterans. We've screwed the veterans, and now we're screwing our elderly. Does that make anybody feel really good?
Thank you, Joe Biden.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
What an idiot.
So,
And he was being Joe Biden again over the weekend too, wasn't he?
well, and
He's just a coward.
so all my bites didn't cross over. I don't know why, but I'm gonna double check on that. I know I did it earlier, but God only knows. I was in here like an hour, not doing anything. Unlike Tom.
He was actually here early.
I was here, man.
Well, I mean, if you call that early, I mean.
Well, for him.
Used to be here at 3:30 in the morning, but not anymore.
You've never been here at
Yes,
3:30.
sir.
Look,
I've been here.
You cannot
Before you, way before you.
Oh, okay.
You cannot live in the past.
Ain't that a title of a song or something?
You cannot live in the past.
I get here
I
earlier
used
than I
to get
need
here
to.
at 3:30. I mean, I wouldn't do a damn thing, but I was there. So I'm going to redump all this stuff, and we'll get her done. Tweet of the day coming up. Climate activist. Did you see these idiots threw soup at a glass protecting the famed Mona Lisa painting?
B.
What museum is that at, Tom?
That's the Louvre in France, isn't it?
What?
In Paris?
The what?
Is it the Louvre? Is that what it's called?
Louvre?
The Louvre.
Close enough.
It's in the neighborhood.
That's the American bastardization of it. Yeah, close enough.
So they threw soup at it?
They threw soup all over it. Now, there's a glass petition for just that because people are a bunch of idiots. And it was the worst thing that people in France have ever done besides stop wearing deodorant. I mean, it's terrible. Soup splattered all over the place.
It got
But it
stuck
did
in their
not
armpit
get-
hair.
Yeah, it did not get on the canvas. Well, that's a whole European thing. No, underarm hair and the whole works. Yeah, that's more European.
Have you ever seen the Mona Lisa live?
No.
It's pretty impressive live. Like when you actually look at it and look at how he did it, and it's not very big actually. It's fairly small.
Now, who was that? Da Vinci that drew that deal? That drew it? That painted it?
You don't
Drew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he drew it.
Drew it or they painted it.
It was Da Vinci, right?
He drew it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that guy.
That was your cousin.
Hey,
Distant.
Tom, go Google
Distant.
Mona Lisa and look it all up.
Yeah. President referred to Donald Trump as a loser while addressing attendees in South Carolina
Whatever.
at South Carolina's Democratic Party First in the Nation dinner. Everybody was kind of stunned that he was actually able to put that sentence together. And I mean, usually when he's talking about loser, I mean, he's talking about Hunter, but not this time. Talking about Donald Trump being the loser. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate that. All right, we got the tweet of the day, thought for the day coming up. New report coming out that as Jim Harbaugh takes over for the Los Angeles Chargers, that he wants to bring Colin Kaepernick back as a backup quarterback or a quarterback coach.
Bad.
When was the last
So,
snap that guy took?
What would Colin Kaepernick be able to teach?
Nothing.
Hiring him as a quarterback coach.
Jim, that was
He
stupid.
was a second-rated quarterback who had lost.
Well-
This whole kneeling crap started because he lost his job.
Sure, and as a coach though, he may actually have some insight, even if he wasn't that good of a quarterback.
Well, he did take the 49ers to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he may have some as a coach or an assistant coach or anything like that. He may actually have some insight, but I don't know that you want to bring
Controversial figure like
No,
that.
no.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Do you want to bring all that drama?
No.
No.
I just lost total respect for Jim Harbaugh.
Wow. Adult film star Jesse Jane. Ever hear of Jesse Jane?
If Russ was here, I'd ask him.
Well, appeared on Entourage, Bad Girls Club, among other films. I'm reading out the copy. I don't know any of that by heart. Passed away over the weekend, 43 years old. Yeah, and the estate of the late comedian George Carlin is suing the producers of a comedy special on YouTube where they used AI to make a replica of his voice about common modern-day stuff.
Yeah, have you heard that?
No.
It only partially sounds like him. Like there's something that the AI didn't get right in his voice.
Well, he ain't real.
A lot of the AI sounds spot on.
I know, but that one's off a little bit. I don't know what it is that's off, but when you listen to it, it's just slightly off, and you're like, yeah, that's not quite right.
Did you see that the White House is ticked off about AI? There were like Taylor Swift pictures that came out, and like nude pictures or semi-nude pictures of Taylor Swift, and the White House over the weekend was very upset that these pictures were. White House, we got people being killed, and you're worried about Taylor Swift's semi-nude pictures?
Yeah, they don't care. And they're not even her. They're fake.
No, they're fake. Exactly.
It's like when they cut Hillary's head off.
I mean, and the reason I know they're fake, she had boobs.
No, the reason
That's how I know they're fake.
No, how you know they're fake? They're not trying to cash in on it.
Oh, yeah. She's pretty good at that. All right, tweet of the day coming up. We're going to talk about updated story on that Hobbs child, the child abuse case. Maybe Blake can add a little bit to that. We'll get to that in just a second. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Homegrown and proud of it. They've got all your farm and ranch supplies, certified Purina dealer, feed for all your animals, Western wear, pretty much anything for the farm or ranch, including a full-service hardware store. Find them at 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, online at roswelllivestock.com. You can also find them in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. 65 and sunny today. Clear skies coming up tonight. 35 tonight. Sunny tomorrow and 66. And even Wednesday, sunny and 65. Looking really good all the way through close to Friday. 5-day forecast. Go to W105radio.com. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by WWRV, 3 RV parks in Carlsbad, all coming with the same great services. 30 and 50 amps available, all utilities included, including high-speed internet. They're pet-friendly, and you get all of this for one low price. Find out more information. Go to the website, WWRV3.com or 988-0392. Check them out today. The name again, WWRV3.com. 623. We're going to get to the tweet of the day in just a second, Tom.
All right, text right quick. Morning, guys. She's actually suing for those AI pictures that came out, says this one texter. And Taylor Swift, according to Buddy, says she bought $100,000 worth of champagne for after the playoff party that would have fed a lot of veterans, he says. And, a great benefit to my job on the question of the day. This texter says, I'm a truck driver in the patch, and I make 6 figures, and I'm home every day. Well, great. That's good. And Drew from Carlsbad B, sounds like you were having a hard time.
I was actually having a hard time. My stomach was real upset, and I was actually, it gave me like tightness in the chest. And that's why I thought I had pneumonia.
Right. Yeah, you checked.
And I was actually having chills, and as I looked it up, those are the side effects. So you get the benefits, but you also have side effects.
Yeah. And B and Blake, go ahead and say it. Come on. Y'all's benefit is getting to work with Tom A. Reese every single day.
Oh, that's a hell of a benefit.
Says the text.
I will say the benefit that I look forward to is working with everyone on the show.
Okay, can we? Yeah.
My benefit would be being able to work with Blake.
Oh, you're going to throw me the curve now? After 15 years? Okay, you dog.
All right, 624. Let's talk about this story out of Lee County. Then we'll get to the tweet of the day and the thought of the day. So, updated story. Blake, I'm sure you had it in the Hobbs News Sun over the weekend. They interviewed the chief deputy, Chan Kim, and he said that in his 29 years in law enforcement, this is probably one of the worst cases that he's ever seen when it comes to child abuse, the physical child abuse that resulted in the death of this 14-month-old. And body camera footage of the officers show them inside the house where there was blood, playpen, trash bags, and my God. So, and there was another daughter, another kid that was involved in that.
Yeah, she was a 6-year-old. And she actually tested positive for meth in her system.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, it's horrible. And she actually is the one that went and told the 2 adults that her brother wasn't waking up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she testified.
Yeah.
Not testified, but told the police.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being 6 years old and being put through this?
But yeah.
Can you imagine that kid's nightmares of seeing the blood in the playpen and, what is the matter with people?
Well, and he was horrible too, because they got his computer and they search for, they go through it and see what all his searches were. And they were like, how to get rid of bruises, how long can this baby be whatever, right? Just all these horrible things that they entered in there. And they just, it's like they had no feeling. Like when they talked to the mom, she said that it was, she would never treat any of her kids bad. So it wasn't her, it was the other guy. But then when they told her all about this, she was just like, okay.
Oh, my God.
Well, and let me just say this much. What kind of mother are you? That you put your kids through all this for a man.
Right.
For a man.
Well,
I'm just going to say the first thing I would do is take my kids out of that situation.
Well, she has 2 other kids that don't live with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, just wait for it. Child Protective Services took the other kids away. And then she got with this loser and had these 2 kids. Wait for it. Wait for it. At some point, I hate to say it, do we need to start like making sure women can't have babies? If your kids were taken away, and how much you want to bet the whole thing they were living off of welfare?
Yeah.
How much you want to bet?
Oh, yeah. Well, and he has a previous charge for child abuse.
Does he?
From last year. Yeah. That happened when police went out there for domestic. I mean, the scum of the earth. That's really what comes to mind when you
Governor,
these 2 people.
You want to get tough on crime? You take scumbags like these 2 parents. Get tough. I want you to get tough. I don't want you to take law-abiding citizens their guns away. I want you to get tough on pieces of dirt like these 2 scumbags.
Right.
And by the way, if you're related to these 2 scumbags, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you're offended by me calling them scumbags, well, I'm not sorry.
Right.
These pieces of crap want to beat up a kid, a 14-year-old, a 14-month-old that can't take care and defend himself.
Barely over a year.
I got a couple guys that would love for you to beat on them so that they can beat the crap. In fact, I hope you meet Big Bubba. Sad.
But you might not know what he's looked like.
Right.
Looks like, what the hell's going on in this country? $83 million verdict against Donald Trump.
What's up with that?
I'm gonna get to that. 83. What exactly? How did did Trump defame E. Jean Carroll? What exactly did he say?
He made her famous.
That's what he did.
He did. He did. And so, what exactly did he say that defamed her?
Well, you don't have to do that. You just have to be Donald Trump, and they just have to hate you and find a judge
You're
that
right.
hates you.
Anyway, they're going to appeal it for sure. Nikki Haley saying the jury in the E. Jean Carroll defamation case against Trump got it right. She said, I absolutely trust the jury. And then there are people on the Sunday morning shows yesterday saying that Nikki Haley would be a great pick for the vice president. That is never going to happen. Never going to happen.
And just for a minute, just say that he was. Why would you name someone as a vice president who's going to fight you every step of the way?
No, I would. No way. All right, we're going to get to the tweet of the day. One more story. Looks like they're trying to get $10 million to fund the Roswell Air Center races.
Yes.
So Roswell was granted the races, and now they have to fund it, the national championship air races. So they're asking the state for $10 million so that they can do so. And if you're hauling oil this morning, let me just say, do not steal any of that oil. On Friday, Jesse Fabian Rodriguez was arrested. Theft of petroleum products. Deputies called to FM 1213 found that this guy was supposed to be hauling water, but he had stole oil, but 34 barrels of stolen crude oil. Third-degree felony. He remains in jail, $10,000 bond. So he's in big trouble. Think he lost his job, Tom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 6:32. One more story. I said one more, but I want to get to this. Biden on Friday, very quiet, very, very quiet. Some people are saying this is to get back at Texas. By the way, what happened with the noontime deadline?
He's just a coward.
What happened, Joe? You said that the wrath of God was going to come down on Greg Abbott in Texas.
You know,
Noontime on Friday, the line in the sand has been drawn.
well, then Kerry Jean-Pierre walked out there and said, "Oh, we're going to let Congress handle that."
Oh, God, really?
So Friday, and Biden froze licenses to export gas. You know, like natural gas, liquefied gas. We cannot export gas anymore to Europe and Asia. So are you trying to kill the rest of our economy?
Yes, he is.
Evidently you are. I have not met somebody so stupid in most of the problems we have today in America have been self-imposed.
Right.
Well, here's the problem: is Joe Biden's not really running anything, and they have a lot of advisors that are in the same age group as like Kerry Jean-Pierre, so a lot of millennials and Gen Zers, and they just go from day to day. You know, wake up, brand new day. We think this will work. We think that'll work. These are the same people that don't believe your grandma saved bacon grease.
Yeah.
You know.
So Joe Biden outlawing, well, they're just not going to give any new licenses, freezing all licenses to export gas. Do you know how much gas we have in New Mexico?
Oh, my God, right.
I'm not talking about Tom in the studio. I'm talking about if we had the ability to ship that natural gas. So moratorium on natural gas has been, so where do we go from here? What do we do with that gas? Maybe we got somebody that does this for a living could tell us. I'd love to hear from you. I would. All right, we got a story about a guy that throws meth at the police. We'll get to that. Thought for the day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil, 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service, dependable, boom or bust. They are there for you. WakefieldOil.com. You need them to deliver oil and gas products. Not a problem. They go on-road and off-road. Almost 40 years ago, Mr. Wendell Wakefield brought the family to Southeast New Mexico. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is, I wish it was socially acceptable to say, I don't care, and just walk away from a conversation. It's my thought for the day.
Wait a minute. It's not?
No.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
I don't care. Whatever.
I'm in trouble.
Done. All right, Tom, in the text, then we're going to do our tweet.
All right, Texter says, well, I'm a grown man, but the beating to death of that baby makes me want to cry. I know a few spots out there for them, too, says the texter.
What kind of human being
They're
beats
not
a
human
baby?
beings. They're animals. They're animals.
Right.
And Buddy says, you know what? I had a 3-year-old grandson testify in the death of his 22-month-old brother in 2010, says Buddy. So he's experienced that.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, sorry for that. And
I'm praying for him.
Yes.
Because I know that's got to be, look, kids don't forget. I mean, my kids had horrific things that went on at the hands of their mother, and they look, they're in their 20s
right.
and still at times struggle.
Yeah, I get that. That. And another texter said they should put them down and don't waste any money on fixing them.
I agree.
Says the texter.
I'm with you. All right, let's get to the tweet of the day, being brought to you by King Driving Academy. You can find them at Hobbs. Look, they have very flexible schedules. They know you're busy, but if you ever thought about getting your CDL, look, I talked to a buddy of mine today. He's on almost every day he's on the road. Then he comes home for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. He's all over the place. He is all over the place. You ever thought about driving over the road or maybe just driving, local or regional? Either way. I mean, what a great life. We heard a guy today that said that he makes 6 figures, home every night. Wouldn't you like to have that job? They do 2 weeks of training, theory training, along with 2 weeks of driving over the road. Course is taught by a state-certified CDL instructor. No computer or books. They do everything hands-on. If you thought about getting your CDL, here's the opportunity. Call them today. Right now, they're going to give out a $500 discount on your price. Just mention being on the Breakfast Club. 575-441-7835. Call them today. Tweet of the day being brought to you by King Driving Academy based in Hobbs. Here is the thought. Here's the tweet of the day.
Arizona got the message that Texas Governor Greg Abbott is sending to the federal government. Because as of right now, Arizona has just passed SB 1231, the Arizona Border Invasion Act, which is making it illegal to cross into the state of Arizona unless you come across a legal port of entry. So look what you've done, Greg Abbott. Now the state of Arizona gets it. Where are you at, New Mexico? What's holding you up? These illegal immigrants are coming into our country at record pace, and American citizens are dying from the fentanyl that they're bringing in. The human trafficking that the cartel is doing is at an all-time high.
And it's not going to get any better under Joe Biden. He doesn't care. He does not care. So I'll get into immigration coming up. 6:39. Man sentenced for throwing meth at a Roswell police officer.
What?
Throwing meth, Tom. Dexter man threw a bag of methamphetamine into the face of a Roswell police officer during a 2021 traffic stop. Will serve 18 months on probation.
I bet he threw it like a girl, too.
On probation. Salvador Fuentes, 41 years old, received 18 months. Suspended prison sentence. Ordered to pay $5,100 in restitution. One count of battery on a police officer. And possession of methamphetamine in New Mexico. And tampering with evidence gets you 18 months of probation. And the great state of New Mexico. Want to get tough on crime, Governor? Here's another perfect example.
Yeah, she doesn't.
It's another perfect example. You want to get tough on crime. Don't take the guns away from law-abiding citizens. Go after people like this.
But she doesn't want to get tough on crime. She wants to get tough on law-abiding citizens.
Yeah. Looks like Dems continue to gamble with state funds on the unreliable, expensive EVs. Now, what are they trying to do? 43% of new cars in 2026 must be electric.
Yep.
Cars are in light trucks. And by they're escalating that 2032 to 82%.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying that car dealers must have a certain percentage on their lot. I don't like the idea of a state dictating what people buy and what people sell.
Right.
Next, they'll be telling you have to have X amount of bottles of Bud Light in your fridge.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a store, I just don't like the idea.
No.
We are a capitalist society, and let whoever wants to buy stuff dictate what you have in the store on your lot. It's crazy. By the way, more eco-friendly stuff coming down with this legislation. This legislation.
They always call it eco-friendly, and they use all these words to make it sound things, but is it truly eco-friendly? I mean, electric vehicles are way more polluting in the process of creating them,
right,
than a regular car. So
Let
it's
me
not
ask you,
really eco-friendly.
Tom, how often do you have to change those batteries?
Every 5 years.
Yeah, it's
I
between
think
7
less than that.
Is it less than that?
I think it's around 7, but yeah,
You
still,
think it is?
still.
And what's the cost of changing batteries?
The way I have heard it, what, $800 a battery?
No, it's about $20,000.
$20,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So let that sink in for just a second. Craziness.
Well, it's
Crazy.
designed to make you have to buy this expensive vehicle every 3 years.
Yeah. Looks like Trump blasted Biden for 3 U.S. service members killed by the Iraq-backed militia.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, here we go again, our Iran-backed militia. 34 officers, 34 members of the service injured, 8 evacuated from Jordan, and 3 recently killed.
Yes.
What we need to do? Just bomb them back to the Stone Age.
Yeah.
We don't want boots on the ground. We don't want to get involved in another war. Just bomb the hell out of them. That's what we need to do.
Well, you know what Biden said, right, B, on what they were going to do? Well, we'll take care of it in our own time and in our own way. Meaning he ain't going to do nothing about it.
Biden, by the way, urging Congress to embrace this border bill. Me and Blake talked a little bit. Look, this border bill means that 5,000. The threshold was 5,000 a day. 5,000 times 360 days out the year. Tom, what's that?
That's a lot.
How many people? Yeah, it's 1.8 million. We can't sustain 1.8 million a year.
1.8 million.
And, you think about that, B. We're close to that now.
No, we're over that. I mean, we had 500,000 people come across the border in December. Trump's last year in office, we had 500,000 people total for the entire year. But I think Trump got to Speaker Johnson because he said that the bill that comes his way, it's going to be dead on arrival.
Really?
Now, on Friday, he had said that he would work with Biden and Schumer. I think Trump whispered in his ear. I think that's the way that happened. All right, Trump's attorney talking about the defamation lawsuit. Here's what she had to say, which is pretty cool.
Why? Because President Trump is leading in the polls, and now we see what you get in New York. So don't get it twisted, whoever asked me that question. I am so proud to stand with President Trump. But I am not proud to stand with what I saw in that courtroom. I'm not finished. Let me just finish and I'll take questions, please. Before I walked into court, that judge decided that every single defense President Trump had, we were not allowed to raise in front of the jury. It is in writing, and I encourage the journalists, the real journalists, to take the minute to look at his orders. There was no proof. And I couldn't prove that she didn't bring in the dress. There was no DNA. There was no expert.
There was nothing. The case is how many years old?
20 plus.
No, it's older than that.
Yeah. I like
Trump
her.
was a young man.
Yeah. Well, I said 20 plus. So
Yeah.
I like
I
his
mean, it
attorney
fits
a
in the
lot.
criteria, okay?
She's a good
All
attorney.
right, let's get to that's crazy. All right, one more soundbite before we check the price of oil. How would you feel? Your kid's going to school, and they're doing backdoor talks about not to tell parents what's going on at school. How would that make you feel, Tom?
Whoa.
That's going on now.
Yep.
So, Blake, don't you think that if there's something going on with your child that you should be notified?
Oh, I totally think that, but the education system doesn't think that.
No, nobody knows better what's better for my child than me. Nobody. Here's a backdoor school board meeting where they're discussing to tell parents or not tell parents? Listen to this.
Sometimes the worst thing you can do is involve a parent in some of these issues based on their own beliefs and their own culture. And that will cause that student to commit suicide. If you tell a student who's trusted you, who has come out to say that I'm lesbian, and you now go back and tell the parent that child has no faith in that school system ever again and will never come forward with any information.
I love the fact that they said the kid would commit suicide.
Yes.
Is it every kid? Because I don't think you could say that. But I stand that everything that goes on in schools, parents need to know.
Absolutely.
Oh, if children trust their parents, it's the end of the world.
Well,
Right.
I mean, who feeds the kids?
The school.
Who's in? I mean, no.
I know.
See, when we started putting the
That
school in charge of our kids, I'm in charge of my kids.
Yes.
I'm in charge of my kids. But the problem is there are so many people that submitted that the school was like, I'll take up the, not a problem.
Well, and
All right,
parents let them. That's the problem. is
That's
parents
the problem.
Let them.
No. I'll take care of my kids. Price Oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker, Oilfields, Cementers, and Crud Energy Services, a division of Crud Energy Services. They are looking for folks. If you're looking for a job, they are now hiring service supervisors in training program, CDL required. Diesel mechanics, they're looking for you. Electric technicians, a.k.a. E-techs, equipment operators with a CDL. Experienced pressure pump hands. Some of the things that they offer: great pay, one of the best benefit packages in the industry. Housing is available, and you can go to the website greatoilfieldjobs.com or text Oilfield to 63566 today for more information. Greatoilfieldjobs.com. Equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer, Spinnaker Oilfield Solutions, and Crud Energy Services. Price Oil, Tom.
West Texas Intermediate, $77.84, $83.40 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas is $2.53.
All right, I got a couple more cuts dealing with immigration. I'll get to that coming up in just a second. Taxes on Social Security hits a first time for a lot of people. And part of the reason you're going to be taxed, remember you got that COLA that last year, that big bump, it was, 8.7% increase?
Last year, yeah.
And so that puts you over the threshold. So a lot of elderly people that have never had to pay taxes on their Social Security, you're going to have to pay taxes.
Well, unless you live in New Mexico, they still want their taxes.
Yeah. So I think it's a shame that we're going to tax people that have worked all their lives and tax them on that Social Security. And that Social Security, you've already paid taxes on that.
Right. A couple of times in a lot of cases.
So if you make over $34,000, you are going to have to pay taxes. I think it's on 50% of your benefits.
Get out for real.
So just saying, get ready for that. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Butcher Block Meat Market and Grill. They're serving up breakfast right now. Just stop in there and get a breakfast burrito. Maybe you're going to be passing through Lovington and you're like, I'd love to get me some brisket or some ribs. Hey, they can accommodate that. Also, they always have smoked meat available. And if you're thinking way out in advance, don't forget they have the meat counter. You can get all your burger patties, all your custom cut meats and everything. Go to the Facebook page this morning. You can find the lunch special and the weekly meat specials. All you got to do is go to Facebook, Butcher Block Meat Market and Grill, or call them in advance, and they'll have your order ready to pick up when you're passing through. 575-739-7778. And don't forget on the weekends, they're serving up menudo. Tom and the text.
All right. Hey, B, when you come back to the United States, when will you go back to the Philippines after you come back? Smokey in Arizona is asking this morning.
Probably October, November.
Okay, November. Okay. So I guess he wants to.
He's got to be here long enough so I can take a week of vacation.
Yeah, I think October, November.
October, November.
'Cause I need to go see my mom. I'm going to go to the LSU USC game.
Right.
And take the wife to Vegas at the same time. So
nice to be rich.
Not rich, Tom. It's what you do after you save your money for your entire life.
Right.
I know you don't understand the concept.
It's nice to have a little cash on hand.
So do you not save, Tom?
I do.
How much out of every check do you save?
Well, the Bible says 10%.
Okay, and how much? How much do you? That's what you tithe. How much do you save?
I would say,
like percentage-wise, how much of your check do you save?
I would say,
do you try to save?
30%.
You try to save 30%.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a bad plan.
This way ain't got no bills.
And when did you start that?
Last November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because one of our clients, we were talking the other day, and I said, "Hey, Brian, you think I ought to get those little programs that fix your car? The car shields?"
Right.
He said, "You know what my best suggestion for you would be?" He said, "What's that? Save your money. Have a little nest egg when you need maintenance.
Save your money for like going
a rainy day,
traveling the world. You save your money to fix your cucarachas."
I thought that was a good idea.
Awesome, Tom.
It is
I'm glad you got on board early and saved a bunch.
Yeah. I saw a study, B, that said most people now, it's a majority, don't have an extra $1,000 in case an emergency happens.
Yeah, we did that story because people have spent their savings because
that's crazy.
They can't get by.
Well, the inflation,
they can't get by.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's crazy. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters in the home store, Broadmoor Mall. Extensive collection of FR jeans, coveralls, gloves, shirts. And I'm going to tell you, if you've ever wanted to work at a place that appreciates you, our buddy Joe, I saw yesterday he was treating everybody to Texas Roadhouse, and just a guy that cares about his people. So I don't know if Joe has openings, but that would be a great place to work. They've got everything you need working in the patch, safety gear, hard hats. They've got steel toe boots, FR jeans, and more. The list goes on and on and on. They also have furniture, appliances, and electronics. 0 down financing. Check them out today. Right next door is Scrub Outfitters. Largest selection of scrubs in southeast New Mexico. Healing Hands, Met Couture, Peaches, Dickies, the list goes on and on. Compression socks, a huge selection. And, of course, company shoes, too. Scrub Outfitters, Rig Outfitters, and the Broadmoor Mall. Tom A. in the text.
All right. Wow. David in Artesia says, Tom has $30. Yeah. And Jeff from the Patch says, hey, B, what days are you going to Vegas? Oh, I'm going to be there around that time, says Jeff.
September 1st, probably the day before. So,
okay.
Yeah, like end of August and a couple days after the ball game, and then make my way back to the.
Latch on to B, though, when you're there. Hey, B, this is Brian from the Patch. Will you be back in the States long enough to vote, by the way?
Yes, that's part of the reason that we're coming. So I gotta stay through the beginning of November. Maybe I'll stay through Thanksgiving.
Right. And Smokey in Arizona says, okay, I might try and come to the Philippines for a week or two. I'd like to visit with you while I'm there.
Yeah, come on down,
says Smokey this morning. Yeah, the merrier, the better. B.
All right, 877-396-W105B and the Breakfast Club. Ted Cruz talking about immigration. He is not happy with Republicans. You know, his district is being bombarded. George Soros is throwing tens of millions into his district in Texas to defeat Ted Cruz.
Sure.
Please, I know a lot of people think Ted Cruz is very, very strong. He only beat Beto O'Rourke, or as I call him, Gringo O'Dork, by 1%. Let that sink in. So here's what Ted had to say about immigration.
This bill is not designed to fix the problem. This bill normalizes 5,000 people a day coming in. 5,000 people a day is over 1.8 million a year. That's called an invasion. By the way, under Joe Biden, we've had 9.6 million. So the great Republican compromise is we're for 2/3 of Joe Biden's open borders. We'll let in 6 million instead of 9 million. This makes utterly no sense. And there's a reason. Republican leadership is like Charlie Brown with Lucy and the football. And over again, they run for the football, and over again, Lucy Schumer pulls it away. And Republican leadership lands on their ass. They entered this negotiation saying, we will only do what Chuck Schumer will agree to. He doesn't want to fix this. He wants it to continue.
Yeah, Biden does too. He can say what he wants, but thank you, Ted Cruz. Thank you, Ted Cruz, so much. By the way, Trump talked about immigration at one of his rallies over the weekend.
And now that number is changing to maybe 8 times that amount. We cannot let this happen to our country. As the leader of our party, there is zero chance I will support this horrible open borders betrayal of America. It's not going to happen. I noticed that, and I'll fight it all the way. I noticed a lot of the senators are trying to say respectfully they're blaming it on me. I said, that's okay. Please blame it on me. Please. Because they were getting ready to pass a very bad bill. And I'll tell you what, a bad bill is, I'd rather have no bill than a bad bill.
By the way, they were just flashing how many United Nations employees arrested for protesting at the Capitol, inside the Capitol. How much money do we give to the UN? Billions.
Way too much. And rent-free property in New York City.
Right.
Yeah. Christy,
wait. They were inside the Capitol protesting? Isn't that an insurrection?
Yeah, that is an insurrection. Yeah, they've already set the benchmark for insurrection. Yep. Christy Nome from the great state, Tom, what state?
Of South Dakota.
Hey,
Tom. Tom scores one. Oh, my goodness.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I love Christy Nome. I mean, everything that this woman says, and she's a looker.
She's not that is nice as Hillary, but she's not looking.
By the way, those that say...
What did you just say? Not as good as Hillary?
Yeah.
You need your eyes checked.
You need to go to the eye doctor.
For those that think Nikki Haley should be the next vice president, here's your next vice president.
I think that he would have the ability to fix that, a broken immigration policy, if the president could show that he was acting in good faith. Make an announcement that you're changing your policies, you're reallocating resources, and going to start protecting the United States of America, and you'd have Republicans coming down to the White House asking to be partners on fixing our immigration policies. Instead, what we've got is this partisan bickering back and forth and no solutions while people invade our country. We've had almost 10 million people come into our country, and we've got a lot of people that have been on the terrorist watch list, dangerous criminals that are coming into the United States who do not love us, that we're allowing to enter our country. It's an unsafe situation, and the president can be the one who stands up and shows leadership at this time. Change your policies, build a wall, secure the border.
Governor, President Biden is negotiating.
But we don't
didn't
have
want to do any
compromise
of
one
this.
to do the other.
So the CNN interviewer's like, he has done a lot. Christy Nome continues. Go ahead.
It shows that they're not really journalists. It shows that they're really political shields.
Right.
I mean, how has he done a lot when 9-10 million people have gotten across?
But it's not up to her to say that. She's a journalist.
Right. Yeah.
Or supposed to be. Or supposed to.
So Christy Nome continues.
What has he done? What has he done? he's done nothing as far as actual policies and actually using the tools that he has. I sat 2 days ago with people that work for him that said this president is tying our hands every single day. He does not let us do our job. This president, we work for him, we work for the federal government, and we hate it. We hate our jobs and we hate what's happening to this country because he will not keep us safe.
Again, there are lots of...
But she couldn't name them.
Do you work for Joe Biden?
Yeah, they do.
Wow.
Damn sure.
Crazy.
You can see this every day with the national journalists there is no pretense of being neutral from them.
No more. It's gone. Eagle Pass rancher. Here's what he's had to say about Mayorkas.
If you had the opportunity to sit down and talk with him, what would you tell him?
That he's a traitor. He's an absolute traitor. He lies under oath. He says that the border is secure. It's not. He took an oath to protect us, and he's not doing it. And it's clearly, I mean, the whole administration is the same way. Even our president, the president of the United States, I call him a traitor too.
How do you feel about them? Texas Governor Abbott signed a law that said they're going to start doing deportations. They're going to detain them, or they'll be in prison for 20.
So this guy's spot on. He's a traitor. I mean, South Texas folks, that's just the way they are.
Right, that's right.
I mean, they're very dry. Traitor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, 877-396-W105. Congratulations going out to Travis Kelce. Broke Jerry Rice's playoff
record.
Man. So Rice caught his 29 caught his passes in 29 games, 3 different franchise. Kelce broke that record yesterday. How many catches, Tom?
I think 195.
100.
A little bit more.
How many did he have? Because
I thought that nobody thought that record would be broken.
152. Okay. 152 playoff receptions.
Wow.
Yeah. Broke that record. Yep. Julian Edelman's on that list. I'm looking for who else was on that.
Mm-hmm.
But look, Kansas City continues to do work. I mean, look, I was pulling against Taylor Swift. I was.
Well, it's easy to win when the referees won't call pass interference against your defense.
Yeah.
There were 2 key moments that they did not call it, that one of them ended up being in an interception.
Right.
And the other one would have put them right down at the goal line.
Yeah, but if you saw the whole game, I didn't watch it. I watched highlights.
Well, then don't tell me if I saw the whole game, because I watched the whole game.
Kansas City defense was just lights out.
Wait. You did not. You just watched the highlights. And you're telling somebody that watched the entire game that they're wrong.
That's all they have. The highlights tell me everything.
You saw the highlights. I watched the game. Even my wife, who
highlights.
Still, to beat the team, you got to beat the team. And the team.
And the refs did it for them.
That's been happening.
I had no dog in this hunt. I didn't really care who won.
That's been happening all season, though, Blake.
I think they like Kansas City. I think the NFL likes. I think they like the idea of Taylor Swift.
I think they should call it WWE NFL.
Yeah, she's big liberal against Donald Trump. It fits into this whole narrative, and there is no other organization that is more liberal than the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Fight me on that. Black national anthem, Colin Kaepernick's BS that they put up with all these years.
Mm-hmm. Even my wife, because she watched the game with me.
Is she a football fan?
Yeah, she likes watching the games, but she doesn't know all the rules in and out. And even she was like, that was obviously pass interference.
Yeah, there were some plays there.
All right, congratulations, America. They're spying on you, Tom. You better watch what you put on the internet and on your email accounts. National Security Agency has been accused of buying American internet browser information from commercial data brokers without warrants. They are spying on individuals. They're spying on me and you. When they buy all this data, they're not just buying some of it, they're buying all the data. So Ron Wyden, senator from Oregon, he's a Democrat. He's a Democrat that's releasing this information, that the NSA has been buying data and spying on American citizens. Tom, is that against the law?
So far, I guess it isn't.
It is.
Is it?
It is.
Wow.
They have to have a warrant to spy on us.
It's called the Fourth Amendment.
And we knew it was happening under the Obama-Biden administration.
And now?
And then it continues to go on where they continue to spy on us. Government is no better than China. China spies on its citizens. No better than Fidel Castro. It's pretty sad, is what it is. All right, Tom on the text. We'll get to you coming up next. Morning show this morning. If you're in Artesia, Roadrunner Grill and Barbecue is waiting on you for breakfast. Looking for an awesome breakfast. They have great breakfast, and they do catering. They can prepare lunches or breakfast for everybody locating on location in the patch or in your office. Call them in advance. Let them know what you need. 575-736-2573. And don't forget, lunchtime. Great menu and barbecue. Find out more information today. Stop in 811 West Main and Artesia. Call in advance, 575-736-2573. Tom on the text.
All right, John from Eunice is chiming in. He says, good morning, guys. If you believe that the Biden administration would really curtail the influx to 5,000 illegals a day, you're a special kind of stupid. I mean, I trust the administration as far as I could throw Tom, says John from Eunice this morning. All right, and then the texter is saying, the NFL players still won't put their hand on their hearts during the national anthem. Pisses me off, says the texter. Wait till the national anthem and the black national anthem on Super Bowl. We'll see how you feel about that. And Blake, he's 100% right about the game, says the texter. Yeah, but like I mentioned before, that's been happening all season long. That's nothing new.
You watched it on the highlights, and you were able to garner all that information.
Yep.
Even
the bad
calls.
calls.
They show terrible referee calls on the highlights.
They do. But pass interferences, I saw that. I thought, okay, that's kind of iffy.
On the highlights, they showed this. Believe me. Yeah.
But they've been doing it all season long. I don't know what the big deal is about it, though. Kansas City.
You don't know what the big deal about poor officiating is.
No, I know it's bad.
No, you're saying that it's not a big deal.
Tom's an official, so
right. I am an official.
He will never talk bad about the men in stripes.
No, I mean we do. We deserve to get it if we get it wrong. Okay.
All I have to say, thank God the stripes are going vertical, because if they were horizontal, it would make you look even bigger.
If you have poor officiating, the officials need better training or be replaced.
No, I mean, you got video already. Remember,
if it's poor officiating, they need better training.
But you remember, guys,
or they need to be replaced.
3 years ago, they took away that. They took away that.
I don't care about 3 years ago.
They on the video.
What are the rules?
Think about the money that people lost gambling.
Even the money, you're right.
And then look at the look at the people that bought tickets. They deserve a fair game.
Let me equate this to something else where you basically have an official, okay? A law enforcement officer is basically an official for the law.
Right.
If they get it wrong and you get extra tickets, are you going to be upset?
No, apples and oranges.
No. They're the rules.
Apples and oranges.
No, that's no.
But Blake, you're going through the.
I know one
of
them is something you're involved with, and one of them is not. So you can't make the two connect in your brain. But
Hey,
it's the same
let me
example.
tell you guys Sunday, yesterday, went to a basketball game.
Right.
So our team is playing a neighboring team.
Right.
And we got killed. And I knew we were going to get killed when, it's 5 minutes before tip. and half our team is not there. They just kind of wander in. This other team, they all came together. And I'm like, they got it, and we got killed.
Damn.
So I'm leaving the game, and some guy comes up to me. He goes, "Are you a scout?"
Right.
For a college in America? I went, no. He goes, "My son is number 31. I'm like, very talented. He goes, "Could he play in America?" I'm like, "You really want me to tell you?" He goes, "Yeah."
Nope.
Probably not. Probably not.
Unless it's on Tom's team.
He's a forward, and he's 5'10". Playing at the net college ball, we got 6'5" guards. No. Sorry I don't want to break it to you, but no. Things that we'll be talking about, the Navy lowers the bar even further. Tom, do you have to have a high school education or GED to get into the military?
I think you need to have a high school diploma, don't you?
I'll talk about that, but the Navy lowers the bar again. We'll talk about that. New Mexico lawmakers want committees to study smaller class sizes in New Mexico. George Soros pouring lots of money into Texas. 2 anti-gun bills are going to be heard today. We'll talk about that. Take back the border. Big convoy going on. Blake, we'll let you talk about that. And when I really want to be saved, I need a electric snowcat, not one of those gas-powered snowcats. We'll talk about that. And lawsuit accusing New Mexico State Police of using excessive force. We'll talk about that. And most popular dog names in America. We'll get to those stories and more. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by All American Cleaners. All American Cleaners. Find them today. Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs. And they can wash, dry, and fold your clothes, 17 pounds, $16.99. You can also find them at allamericancleaners.net. Starching your clothes, dry clean your clothes. Check them out, allamericancleaners.net. 65 and sunny today, 35 tonight, 66 and sunny tomorrow. Sunny for pretty much the rest of the week. We're even going to get in the 70s, they say, by Thursday. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Still to come, national anthem and the pledge, things that happened on this date in history, taking out the trash and more. News this morning being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you every project begins with a solid foundation like Ready Mix Concrete. These guys have plants in Roswell and in Carlsbad. They're ready to serve all of Southeast New Mexico. They offer great products, always at the lowest possible price. Ready Mix Concrete. And they offer service like nobody else. I mean, great service. ChanceMaterials.com, 575-363-3240. Call them today. We're coming back. We're beyond the Breakfast Club news within minutes. We're going to keep you updated with everything going on. But first, let's qualify you for the trip we're giving away to Disney.
Call in and win.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse.
We're going to Disney World.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Jill Miller. Well, 2 bills targeting hazing in New Mexico schools making their way through legislative committees. It would make hazing a criminal act and moves to hold educational institutions and their leaders accountable for improving hazing education and prevention, as well as require schools to report hazing incidents to the state each year. Senate Bill 55, titled Anti-Hazing Act, introduced by Harold Pope, a Democrat representing Bernalillo County. Representative Pamela Herndon from Albuquerque has since signed on to co-sponsor the bill. On January 24, the Senate Education Committee passed the bill, It will next be heard in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Proposed bill would also create criminal penalties for both individuals who commit hazing acts and for anyone, coaches, teachers, staff, who reasonably should have known and did not report. More space coming to dispose of nuclear waste at Carlsbad area facility, where the materials from around the country are buried thousands of feet underground. Waste location pilot plant initially permitted for 8 disposal panels, where drums of transuranic nuclear waste are disposed of via burial in underground salt deposits about 2,000 feet below. But in 2014, a drum of waste ruptured. It left portions of WIPS underground contaminated and unusable for further waste disposal. That's why the Department of Energy sought to mine 2 additional panels as it works towards WIPS volume of capacity of 6.2 million cubic feet of waste. Advisors to the governor have worked over the past year to determine how to address the housing. Governor's initiative includes a $500 million investment. Amy Whitfield is the Housing and Homelessness Policy Advisor for the governor's office. She's been working on funding solutions to the housing crisis over the past year, meeting with national consultants and people around the state. The other $250 million is to encourage private companies to develop affordable housing. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so mad? I could literally comb my mustache with a cheese grater and not even flinch. Have you ever seen a show called Cosmos? I ran across that looking for a program called Naked and Afraid. I wasn't so much interested in the afraid part, but apparently you can't get one without the other. Anyhow, from what I could tell, Cosmos is some kind of space show without much in the way of aliens and rocket ships and explosions. What did catch my attention was when they said that, according to that pencil-neck geek genius Alvin Einstein, time travel is hypothetically possible. My mind began to race. If I could go back in time, just think of the wrongs I could right, the mistakes I could undo, the terrible decisions I would change. I could go back to last Wednesday, and instead of pounding down 26 straight long necks until I passed out, I could stop at 25. I could go back to that fateful day I walked into my high school, and instead of telling the principal I was quitting school for good while grinding out a Lucky Strike cigarette on his desktop, I could have ground it out on his forehead. Most of all, time travel gave me the opportunity to go back to that long-ago evening my girlfriend Pearl and me, our hearts pounding, was sitting in the cab of my pick-em-up truck making out. Then, instead of waiting for Pearl's daddy to show up with his shotgun and ruin that innocent moment of true love, I could have got down on my knees and hid under her poodle skirt until he left. Wake up, America! Also thought about using time travel to prevent World War II and stop global warming and protect polar bears from extinction. But fact is, I'd have precious little to watch on TV today. I'm Earl Pitts, American. Pizza.
One day, 2 big shows. Kicker Monster Truck Show comes to the Lee County Event Center Saturday, February 10th. Kamikaze, Jurassic Attack, Overkill Evolution, Higher Education, Taurus, Black Stallion, plus a freestyle motocross show. And did we mention Tough Truck Racing?
Come early for the pit party and take a ride on a real monster truck.
Tickets now at KickerMonsterTruck.com. Sponsored by Four Rivers Equipment, Hobbs Iron and Metal, Sherwin-Williams Paint, and Garner's Motorsports.
Attention all hunters, gun and knife collectors, and reloaders. Los Alamos Ammo is holding its annual winter gun show in Carlsbad at the Pecos River Village Conference Center on February 3rd and 4th. 2 big days of new and used guns, ammunition, scopes, reloading supplies, and knives too. Lots of great gift ideas. Come have lunch and enjoy the show. The Carlsbad Gun Show is Saturday, February 3rd from 9 till 5 and Sunday the 4th from 10 till 4 at the Pecos River Village on Muscatel. Everyone is invited to come buy, sell, or trade. Be there.
Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Hello, who are you?
I'm your number 1 fan.
It is already 7:21. We are beyond the Breakfast Club. Still to come. We got the things that happened on this date in history, and taking out the trash. 877-396-W105. I'm sure Tom is not back in the studio.
No.
I don't hear the heavy breathing.
I can do that for you if you really want.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Scientists in Japan have achieved a significant achievement with robots by merging human tissue with robots. This is scary as hell. I don't even know if we want to go this way. Can you imagine robots that look like humans?
I saw that movie.
Which one's that one, buddy?
Terminator. Yeah, and it didn't end well.
Oh, no. Terminator, right.
No. A recent survey finds that young adults increasingly living with their parents, relying on their financial support.
Right.
These people somehow spend even more time in the basement than the president. It's
hard
pretty
to do.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Looks like Justin Timberlake announced a world tour. He's going all over the place. I guess he's finally run out of money. And Lionel Richie's daughter, Sophie, and her husband have got a baby on the way. I don't know why that's news, but... and police in Kansas searching for thieves that stole a bronze statue of Jack Robinson from a Little League field this week. And the way they got the bronze is just sad. They sawed him off at the feet and stole the damn statue. I mean, look, you meth heads, stop it already. You took Jackie Robinson. You cut him off at the feet. Just sad. Very sad.
That is
sad. All right, looks like, are we going to war? I mean, when I hear that you don't have to have a GED or high school education to get in the military, does that mean we're going to war?
Maybe. I mean,
they need warm bodies.
Does anybody really want to serve with this commander-in-chief?
No. So the U.S. Navy will start enlisting applicants who have not graduated high school or have a GED. By the way, the Army started this in 2022. They're trying to get their recruiting numbers back up.
Right.
So they've got all these recruiting stations open, and nobody wants to go. And they say part of the reason people don't want to go because they don't have a GED or high school education. So this would waive the GED and the high school. Of course, they would have to pass the ASVAB to get in, but that's not really that hard. Tom, do you think you could pass that test?
You know, when I was younger, probably.
Well, why couldn't you pass it now? You've forgotten stuff?
Well, yeah. I am retired.
So let me ask you this much. So when you're retired, you just stop thinking?
Wait.
Wait, you're going to put it that way. Yeah, I'm relaxing my brain a little bit nowadays.
Oh, I think that's been going on for a while, but it's just me. All right, 725, taking out the trash. We're going to get to that in just a second. We'll talk about lawmakers, talking about smaller class sizes. Blake, did you see that story?
I did not, actually.
So we'll dive into that coming up in just a second. Tom on the text, our number 877-396-W105, talking about what's the best benefit of your job,
right?
Where you work. What's the best benefit you have? I'd love to hear from you. 877-396-W105. Sometimes it's the little things that are the best benefit. I remember I went to work for a great company. It was a great company back in the day. And the boss, the CEO, told me, I don't ever want you to miss one of your twins, any event,
right,
at sporting event. And I can't remember. I think I missed one ball game, one track meet in 4 years because I went to all of them.
Right. I remember.
That work will be there when you get back. So that to me, that was probably one of the best benefits for sure. Tom, what's the best benefit you have?
I think the best benefit I've ever had, and I'm not rubbing,
sleeping on the job,
nobody's nose in their butts or nothing, but it's here.
Sleeping on the job.
Well, and working with you for 15 years, and I'm saying, sincerely.
Thank you, Tom.
So,
I'm just going to say my back hurts.
Whatever. You wouldn't have it any way either, dog.
All right, 726. New Mexico lawmakers want a committee to study class sizes. We'll dive into that next. Tom on the text.
All right, this texter says, you know what? I seen a video, this texter is saying, on the net showing who would be in the Super Bowl, and I was like, this is a joke. And here we are, the two teams they said at the start of the season are in it. Well, they are the two best teams in the league.
It is the WWE NFL, where they use the refs to guide the right teams to where they want them to
Although, let's check with Detroit, San Francisco, okay? Detroit's coach, I got outcoached at the second half. They don't like
Detroit?
No,
they wanted San Francisco.
He should have made the field goal.
That was the texter's whole point.
Detroit should have won yesterday. The refs have nothing to see everything in a split second. This texter saying it's Russ Hader, by the way. And the only way around it is to throw a flag for everything questionable. And as it goes to review every time and make the game drag on. Refs
that would be
calls for both
that
teams.
Would be terrible in itself.
Yeah. It would be.
But Tom said that because they do the review and he sees the highlight that they will go and change their call, and they don't.
Well, I mean, look, let me just say this much. You cannot get a feel for the game watching the highlights because it is just what it is. Highlights.
And I get it that they're going to miss calls. It's not.
It's just, they don't show missed plays. They don't show missed calls. It's highlights. Sorry to morph into Joe Biden there. Sorry about that.
That's all he needs. He can ref the game from highlights.
Yeah.
All right, 720. Tom, continue.
All right. This texter says on what's the best benefit of your job? Best part of my job, says the texter, is the 14-14 schedule, that pay and the benefits and the people that he works with, says the texter. That's right. And benefit of my job is no GPS on the company truck and no supervisor breathing down my neck day in and day out, says the texter. Okay. And Tom's best benefit, buddy, is saying, buddy, you're crazy, man, is W105. It's not to let him go yet, says the texter. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. No doubt. All right, take it out. Trash being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. Find them. They do residential pickup, 575-390-4549. You want a company to pick up your trash that gives a darn? Trash Eaters. Find out more information, trash-eaters.com. They always want me to mention Lovington Animal Shelter needs your help. Monetary donations, and they need volunteers to help with the animals. Give them a call, 575-552-3669. Call them today. All right, Snopes. Finally, you had to agree. Joe Biden wore a construction hat backwards.
For real?
Yeah, if you look at the picture, and then they try to tell people that it was fake news. No, this idiot wore the construction hat backwards. He couldn't figure out that the brim went in the front.
How do you do that, B?
And I mean, you know what?
Worn one.
You know what's more stupid is that Snopes tries to fact check us and say, "Oh no, that's not true," when any but genius can look at the picture and go, "He's got the hard hat on backwards." The hard hat is on backwards.
Well, the couple that runs Snopes, because it is a couple, like they're two people, have never worn hard hats either. And they are very liberal. Yeah.
Very liberal.
Self-admitted.
And so congratulations, Joe Biden. You have the UAW backing. but you have never worn a hard hat. And by the way, you are backwards. Always. Ass backwards. Congratulations. I'm taking you out to the trash. Anyway, it might be a good place for you because your diaper is dirty. 7:31. Things that happen on this date in history in just a second. Looks like New Mexico lawmakers want committees to study a smaller class size. So Democratic lawmakers want the Legislative Education Study Committee to examine smaller class sizes. Smaller. So would that fix the problem? So we got kids that are struggling with math and reading proficiency. Smaller class sizes. Haven't we already lowered the class size?
Yeah,
by reducing it even further, that would fix all this. Is that the golden wand?
Well, they say that in most schools. They say that smaller class size will do it, and it does help in a lot of cases because the teacher spends more
time.
Yeah, one-on-one.
So while you're at it, I would think you would have to do a study to figure out where are you going to put these extra classes, and how are you going to hire more teachers, because you're short teachers in every school district across this state. Mm-hmm. So you Democrat lawmakers, you haven't figured out, wait, we don't have enough teachers now. If we make the classes smaller, that means we'll have to hire additional teachers. Where are they going to come from? Oh, more pixie dust. Am I right about that, Blake? If you make the classes smaller, you're going to have to hire additional teachers.
Yes. Or not allow kids to go to school.
Oh, well, there you go. There's the idea.
You know, because if you can make them stay home and learn electronically, i.e. not learn anything.
Oh, yeah. George Soros pouring millions of dollars into Texas, trying to flip the state to Democrats. George Soros giving $3 million to 5 left-wing groups. God. This guy is giving more money to PACs. Mm-hmm. Now, PACs are pretty much undeterred when it comes to financial contributions.
Yes.
George Soros throwing money like our government. Mm-hmm. So Ted Cruz's seat is up for grabs, along with other ones, and every one of them, they're throwing money around like nobody's business. Mm-hmm. They are outnumbered. I think it's 5-1, the story that I read, as far as spending. Right. 5-1. Mm-hmm. They just, the Republican Party. And by the way, Mitch McConnell was not spending money in Texas. Usually the Republicans help. Nope. Right. Not going to help. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. By the way, speaking of good Republicans, my buddy, Randy Pettigrew, fighting right now in Santa Fe for our way of life. He's running for his 3rd term in office and needs your help. So he's running a campaign while up in Santa Fe battling the governor and the other liberals. All at the same time. And also there to serve you. If you need help with anything going on in Santa Fe, just go to that website, RandallPettigrew.com. If you can give to his campaign, please, you can go and give to his campaign. Doesn't matter if it's $100 or $20, give to his campaign today. RandallPettigrew.com. We need more men and women like Randy Pettigrew fighting for our way of life, fighting for our oil and gas, our Second Amendment rights, fighting to defeat some of the ridiculous things these Democrats are trying to do. Randy Pettigrew, all you got to do is go to the website, RandallPettigrew.com. Things that happen on this date in history coming up in a second, and we're going to be talking about 2 anti-gun bills are going to be heard today in New Mexico. 7:35, Tom.
All right, the dang NFL is scripted, says John from Eunice. I mean, it's scripted anyway. It's just too darn obvious, he says this morning. And guys, do you think that Taylor Swift's billions of dollars are helping to get them to the Super Bowl? That's just crazy, man. Of course it isn't.
What?
Yeah. She has no skin in the game except Travis Kelce.
That would be a lot of skin in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 6'5", right?
But no, I mean, somebody said that she bought $100,000 worth of champagne to celebrate. NFL already does that. I don't believe it.
The NFL does not buy $100,000 worth of champagne.
They darn sure do. Through
Damn
the ownership,
sure.
they darn sure do. I know that for a fact.
Do you?
So
Yes, sir.
NFL is rolling out all the champagne.
Oh, yeah, they do. But they get
$100,000 worth of
They
champagne.
have a budget for the champagne and everything else.
Okay, well, since you know they have a budget, what's the budget for champagne, Tom?
Well, I don't know. But apparently, this costs
There you go.
$100,000.
There
But
you
I
go.
don't think it was that much. Champagne don't cost that much.
She's not part of the NFL budget.
No, but they do. See, they do through the ownership. I mean, there's a lot of
You know, sometimes
inner workings here.
my head hurt because
There's a
it's
lot
like
of inner workings here that you guys don't know about. I used
Well,
to know
apparently
an
you don't either.
I used
But
to know
you
an
know.
NFL player, the late Gary Moore, who played for the Arizona Cardinals. He was
Are you? You almost made me cuss,
No, I'm saying we used to talk
brother
about this all the
Gary.
time.
I love you, Gary Moore. Gary Moore played in the NFL on the practice squad back in the 80s.
He still knew about the ins and outs.
In the 80s, Tom.
He still knew about the ins and outs. So,
Practice squad.
40 years ago.
Still.
Practice squad.
God
Love
bless
you,
his soul.
brother.
God bless.
Love you. I know you think Tom's an idiot too. I know. You're probably listening in heaven right now.
By the way, another texter says, anybody been to Santa Fe lately? Tons of homeless and panhandlers. I was there this weekend, says the texter.
I'm not debating that.
Yeah.
No. All right, let's get to things that happened on this date in history. 7:38, things that happened on this date in history. I'll do that coming up next. Let's hear from ABC Town Hall. I'm telling you, more and more black Americans voting for Donald Trump. Listen to what this guy has to say. And by the way, he's never voted in a presidential election in his life.
Restaurant managing partner George Rivera, at 43, has never voted in a presidential election before, but he says he's now all in for Trump.
To me, he's anti-establishment. He's not with the status quo, and he's actually for the people. Having him elected back into office is the step that we need to take to make this country great.
And what was wrong with the country?
To me, what's wrong with the country is we're under financial tyranny, we're under corporate tyranny.
What does that mean? Explain that to me.
I mean that we're overtaxed. It's hyper-taxation.
And you think Donald Trump can change that? And do you blame Joe Biden for that?
Well, I don't blame Joe Biden. I blame his failed policies. Just because the S&P 500 is at an all-time high doesn't mean that gas isn't higher than it was several years ago. I run a restaurant, so the cost of beef went up 5 to 6%.
At least 5 to 6%. And Janet, what's her name? Yellen, Treasury Secretary. She finally told the truth. She is finally telling the truth. Listen to what she says. Recession? Yeah, listen to what she says.
Well, I think most Americans know that prices are not likely to fall. It's not the Fed's objective to try to push the level of prices back to where they were.
Where they were. No, they're not. No. They're not going down. Prices will not go down. Never. They're not going to go down. All that's going to happen is your wages are going to be able to hopefully catch up eventually. We're finding out that people can't even afford to rent or buy a home at this point.
Right.
Because the wages, we just don't have enough wages to people that are making $100,000 a year can't make ends meet. Depends where you live. $100,000 in some places doesn't, not a whole bunch of money. All right, 740 be on the Breakfast Club. 2 anti-gun bills are going to be heard in committee today. The latest onslaught of Democrats against guns. Series of public hearings on the proposed gun control legislation is set to take place, drawing attention from both opponents and proponents. House Judiciary Committee is scheduled to convene at 1:30 today to deliberate 4 controversial bills that some critics label as stringent gun control initiative, probably the most stringent in America.
Mm-hmm.
Proposed legislation includes HB 27, introduced by Representative Joy Garrett, Democrat from Albuquerque, that would broaden the scope on the red flag law.
If these bills have a Democrat attached to them, you can guarantee that those people are far left.
You might remember this name, Andrea Romero, Democrat from Santa Fe. HB 129 introduced a 14-day business wait for a firearm purchase and lied in the last hearing where she said some guns are given out in New Mexico before the federal report comes back. That's an out-and-out lie. It's against the federal law to give somebody a gun without that background check coming out with the check mark on it.
Right.
Stephanie Lard and John Block, both Republicans, urged constituents and gun right advocates to pack the meeting room. Here's the problem. If you do not pack the meeting room and you do not speak, you know who's going to speak?
They are.
Every anti-gun lobbyist out there. All of them.
Yep.
All of them will speak. They will take all the time up. So if nobody shows up, all they're going to hear is one side. Not that that matters, but maybe it will flip a couple people.
Maybe.
I mean, we've talked about 2 or 3 different stories this morning about New Mexico releasing criminals. Be hard on crime. I have no problem with that. Leave people's guns alone. If these are law-abiding citizens, leave them alone. Pretty simple. Texas, the big convoy. What do you know about this, Blake?
Well, a couple of things. If it's called Take Back Our Border, and it started in Virginia, and they started today, actually, this morning, and they're going to roll down through Florida and go across over through Baton Rouge, and then they're going to make their way into Texas at Dripping Springs, should be there on Wednesday, and then they'll have, on Thursday, they'll have a big rally in Dripping Springs before they head down to Eagle Pass on Friday to show up down there. And the last count I saw, there were 770 trucks.
Wow.
So far. And they estimate that the actual convoy, when you add the cars to that, is almost 10 times that. So almost 7,000.
And I'm sure there will be people on the side highways as they pass, waving the American flag. The guy who is pretty much organized this, his name is Pete Chambers, said, fellow citizens and patriots, I call in the name of liberty, call in the name of patriotism for everybody to in America to come to the aid of the border and take back the border.
Yeah. And they asked for former law enforcement, former military, anybody like that to join in, or anyone who wants to join in.
Right.
And from there, from Eagle Pass, they're actually going to Arizona and California. The interesting thing is that they're skipping New Mexico because I guess they know New Mexico's lost cause, but they are pausing in Las Cruces, but they're not doing anything there. So, be interesting.
So when I want something to save me, I'm always thinking about, is it electric? Please do not send one of those ski cats, one of those snow cats, if it's not electric. Taos wants to do their part, their commitment to net zero.
Whatever.
So the North American Ski Resort has purchased a electric snowcat that's working towards its emission goals. Thank you guys so much. Not only are you going to save me, but you're saving me an electric snowcat. You're saving the planet. Thank you. Until the batteries run out, we all die up on the mountain. Yeah, I threw that out there. 746. America's most popular dog names. Tom, what do you think the most popular female dog name is?
I'm going to say number 1, Susie.
Are you serious?
Has anybody ever heard of a dog named Susie?
Yeah, come on, little Susie. Come on, little Susie.
How about girl?
Girl, no.
Number 1 on the list is Luna.
The neighborhood.
I was surprised. Bella was number 2, Coco number 3, Lucy number 4, and Sadie number 5.
Huh.
And when it comes to top dog names for male dogs,
I'm going to say Spider.
Max.
Snyder.
Spider.
Max.
I have never heard of a dog named Spider. Max is number 2. Bear is number 1. Max is number 2. Duke is number 3. Shadow is number 4. And Cooper is number 5.
Sounds like a nice one. How about cats?
No, we're not doing cats. I mean, I saw the story about that little girl that was like 4 years old that was saved over the weekend by a dog. You ever heard of a cat saving anybody's life?
I saw a video the other day where one big dog is dragging this little baby out.
Yeah.
And the cat saves the baby.
Oh, please.
The cat attacks the dog.
Damn about nobody else but themselves.
Go see the video.
Cats don't care. How did the cat save the life?
Well, he attacked the dog, and the dog loosened its grip on the little child. Otherwise, it was taken away. And that was a pet. The cat was a pet.
Okay.
Monahan's, cuddled with me when I was sick for COVID.
Pobrecito mijo. 748. Looks like Las Cruces Las Cruces. Make that Santa Fe. I'm sorry. Lawsuit accuses New Mexico State Police of using excessive force in a 2022 car chase. Wait, it was a car chase. The guy was running for police, but they used excessive force.
Must have been a pit
New
maneuver.
Mexico. Yeah. So state police in 2022, this guy led them on a high-speed chase. Man shot and injured by New Mexico State Police in that car chase. Now there's a legal action against the police officers for using excessive force. Paul Madras, the driver of the car, is suing state police and the Department of Public Safety, and the officer who fired his weapon, Officer Adam Vahil. See, that's what can happen in New Mexico. They can sue the individual officer now. Thank you, Governor, and you Democrats. By the way, Modest's attorney saying he didn't have a weapon. He wasn't in immediate danger to the police. He did lead them on a high-speed chase. Officer Berheel joined the chase several minutes into the pursuit after officers conducted a pit maneuver. Modest's lapel video shows that Modest tried to back up and hit the officer. Wait, his life was in danger, right? That's when Vahil opened fire. That's why he's being sued for personally, and the New Mexico State Police is being sued. Now, is that vehicle, could that kill somebody?
Any vehicle could.
Right.
So, a life in danger. The officer's life was in danger. Does he have the right to fire?
Apparently.
I would think so. Somebody tries running you over, you have the right to fire.
Well, officer's first priority is to defend his own life.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, this scumbag, in turn, is now suing the officer and New Mexico State Police.
Because criminals have more rights.
So this is the problem with the law that was passed last year that allows individuals to sue officers. This this could cost this officer everything he's ever worked for his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, what is that called?
Oh, I had the word at the tip of my tongue.
It was right there, huh?
Uh-huh.
See if Blake will give you the save.
I'm not going to save him.
Well, because you don't know either.
Qualified immunity?
There you go. Qualified immunity.
I just wanted to see what you would say when Kevin
See,
said it.
Oh.
This is why this law is so bad. Now, do you think that officers, I know officers that retired as soon as they,
right.
this law, I mean, why are they going to lose everything they ever worked for? This is why most states do not have qualified immunity. It's not. It's a bad law. All right. When we come back, we'll do Joe Biden pandering. Actually said that Trump was a sitting president.
I saw that.
He did. He did. He did. All right. We got to get to things that happened on this date in history. Tom and the texts.
All right. So
87396 W105.
You know, Kevin, as text is saying. So I guess the wisest thing that a person can do is buy a gun before they start going through this BS 14-day background investigation to purchase a gun, says the texter.
You know, probably what needs to happen is one of these news stations out of Albuquerque, when the lady talks about, you know, that people are getting their guns before the federal background check comes back, they need to educate this representative that that does not happen. That's against federal law. So there is no that she spoke of.
Well, hey, texter says, hey, B, I hate to admit it, but Tom A is right. I saw that same video on that cat saving the from the dog, says the texter.
That would be the first time a cat ever did anything.
And Coda from Fort Stockton says, Tom is right. I saw that video. That's a bad ASS cat.
It must have been a 1 in a million cat.
Yeah, 1 in a million. Monahan's probably would have done that.
Well, didn't you say it was a kid?
Little 2-year-old.
Yeah. So I mean, children and animals have a much tighter bond.
Yeah, they do. So. They do. And B, you know what? We can convert every car in the U.S. to electric, says this text. It still won't reverse the impact that countries like China have. Millions of tons of smog and pollution pumped into the air and ocean. What's China's EPA?
I live in a country that the air quality is so bad because people are constantly burning leaves and plastic and you name it.
Oh. Why leaves?
Because they rake them up.
Oh, but that's not really environmentally
in a
bad.
Bag, you got to burn them.
Yeah, but that's not really environmentally bad. The leaves are. That's nature stuff.
Are you keeping track this morning, Blake?
I'm just telling you, man.
No, I'm just shaking my head.
All right, B. This texter say they have to score at least a 50 on the ASVAB. And most of the applicants can't do that.
Tom, what is the ASVAB?
America's down in education, says the texter.
What is that, Tom? What is the ASVAB?
Well, the last time I checked, this was years ago. And, and it's some type of test.
Well, yeah, that to score a 50, it would have to be a test.
Right.
What is the test?
I don't know. I've never taken one. Well, my daughter had to take one.
Oh, really? When?
Yeah. Well, she enrolled in that. Enlisted in the Air Force.
So, okay. So it starts with an A. What do you think the A stands for?
Academic.
Armed. Armed.
Is it armed? Well, enlighten us, is B.
So it's got an S. What do you think the S stands for?
Service.
Hey, bingo.
Oh. Tom scores. Not completely, but he scores. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Marion in Roswell. Get in there and get your guns. Get in there and get them today. Over 1,000 guns in stock. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, personal protection. If you've been thinking about it, getting personal protection. Ladies, Get in there today. They have lethal and non-lethal personal protection. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. And maybe you're looking for a brand new rig. Everything. They can cover you there, too. 1907 North Road in Roswell. Been around for close to 40 years. Largest gun dealer in southeast New Mexico. Ammo. They've got that. Cleaning supplies. Tune up your bow. Not a problem. Closed Saturday. Open on Sunday. 1907 North Main in Roswell. We're going to get to things that happened on this date in history coming up in just a second. Joe Biden and more. 7:56, Tom.
All right, B, you need to do your research. You can absolutely receive a gun legally from a dealer, says this texter, without your background check being completed.
How? How?
He didn't
Everybody
elaborate.
I know that's gone and to get the background check and it came back as incomplete, did not get their gun. They were told to come back in 24 hours. So that defeats the whole idea about getting a background check.
Right.
Please explain how you do it.
Explain that, texter. We'd like to know.
Blake, have you ever heard that?
Mm-mm. I never heard
that
it.
you can get it without? No.
A complete background check?
No, you have to, if it doesn't have the little check mark that says everything is okay, you have to wait.
Huh.
Now, there is a certain amount of time, and I don't remember if it's 3 days or 5 days, but they can release it to you if you're on a hold after a certain amount of time. And I don't know what that time frame is. But if it's a hold or a decline, they can't just give you the gun. Because there's a reason for that. Unless it has the check mark that says you're okay, they will not do that.
Oh.
So explain what you're talking about. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, elaborate. Shoot, Tom, says this one texter. I spent 24 years in the military. And don't ask me what the abbreviation for the asthma test is. It just means that all I know is a placement test to see where you stand and what percentile and what field is going to be the best for you in the military.
Just for those that want to know, it's the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery.
Yeah. So.
Kind of says if you can be an engineer, if you can be
a mechanic,
if you can be, whatever, a shooter, whatever.
And one more text,
where do you think you would fall? What do you think you would fall in the military?
I think I would be in the intelligence division.
See why I'm just shaking my head?
Oh, I had this knife in my hand. I just threw it down.
Well, I wouldn't be in the infantry because I don't shoot guns.
That's what we need. We need soldiers that can't shoot. Yes, that's what we need. All right, let me get to things that happened on this date in history, being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms and, of course, Indoor Firing Range. The only indoor firing range around, so make your appointment today to get in the Hobbs. Veteran-owned and operated, largest dealer when it comes to firearms in Lee County. Check them out. State-of-the-art indoor shooting range with the FBI training simulator. That's called the Milo FBI training simulator. You can shoot live fire or laser with over 1,000 different scenarios. This is a super cool thing to do, that you get to put up the scenarios and you work through the scenarios, and you got bad guys coming at you. Are you going to live? Or are you going to die? And the bad guy lives? So it's pretty cool. They've got ammo in stock, a lot of optics, a lot of tactical gear and more. Go to the website and check it out, 2atacticalrange.com. Indoor range, you can shoot by the hour, or you can do just like to Gem. You can get a monthly membership. It's super, super cool. And they're awesome, awesome people. 2A Tactical Firearms at Indoor Range. Find them at 236 East Navajo, Suite 1200 in Hobbs, or just go to the website, 2atacticalrange.com. Things that happen on this date in history. Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, published on this date in 1845.
Forevermore.
Carl Benz.
What the football team was named after.
Yes. Carl Benz patented the gas engine. 3-wheel machine, top speed 10 miles an hour in 1886. They've come a long way. University of Chicago football team became the first athletes to receive letters in 1904. Letterman jackets came a couple years later. Walt Disney started his first job as an artist, making $40 a week in 1920. His parents told him to stop Mickey Mousing around. Very first ice cream cone rolling machine, the ones that actually rolled the cone, invented on this date in 1924. Football Hall of Fame opened up in 1963. Where is that found, Tom?
Canton, Ohio.
Tom scores one. Wow. National Bubble Wrap Day. National Corn Chip Day. National Puzzle Day. Adam Lambert, American Idol winner. 42.
Doesn't he tours
with Queen?
Yeah.
Jack Lambert, linebacker for the Steelers, is his daddy.
Adam Lambert.
Yeah, that's his daddy. Jack Lambert.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because they have the same last name?
No, that was
No,
his
it is. It's true.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Johnny Lang is 43 years old today from Fargo, North Dakota. Sarah Gilbert is 49. Tom, Sarah Gilbert played Darlene in what show?
She was in The Connors.
The Connors.
And Roseanne.
I don't know. I didn't watch that show, but Roseanne.
Yep.
Speaker of the House, former Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan is 54 today. Heather Graham is 54. She's an actress. Even though I haven't heard of her.
She was married to the guy from Clovis a few years ago.
Wasn't
a former Clovis basketball player.
Wasn't she in Austin Powers?
And they had a reality show. I think it was, yeah.
Tom, I don't think that was Heather Graham.
It was Heather's in the neighborhood.
No, it's not in the neighborhood. Oprah is having a birthday, 70 years old.
And getting skinnier by the
By the way, she attacked Cat Williams. Cat Williams responded back, "I don't give a blank, you big heifer."
Is that what he told her? Okay.
Tom Selleck is 79 years old today, still sporting the stash. And today is International Puzzle Day. Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by our buddies at 2A Tactical Firearms and the Indoor Range. Find out more information. Go to the website, 2atacticalrange.com. National Anthem and the Pledge coming up next, Tom.
All right. Tom, intellectual is very important in the military, but your intelligence will be questionable, says the
China's like, yes, please put him in intelligence.
Yeah, dang it, Tom. Tom in Carlsbad says, I just split out my coffee with that intelligence comment, says the texter. Okay.
Yes.
Got a laugh out of it. All right. And you know what? I special ordered a gun, this one texter is saying, through a dealer last year. They did a background check before they placed the order. I waited 2 months for the gun, then had to wait another week because they ran a background check again before giving me the gun.
You had to pick it up at a local dealer, right?
Yeah. So,
yeah, if you purchase a weapon, say out of state, and they have to ship it to your state, yeah, you get 2 background checks.
Wow. So, Tom would be in the Navy.
It doesn't deliver to your house; it delivers to
Right.
another gun dealer that, and you have to pay them a fee, I think.
Well, I think that depends on the gun dealer, but yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys, some not knowledgeable on this gun stuff, but the ones that they sell, like the big box stores, when you buy a gun that day, you still can't take it with you?
If you pass the background check, you can.
Oh, you can. Okay. Gotcha.
You can take the gun.
By the way,
as long as you pass
Walmart
the
has
background
gotten
check.
away Walmart's got away from selling most of the guns, I think.
But like Cabela's and Academy and places like that.
You got. I mean, it's the same thing. You got to pass a background check. Right. All right, we got to do the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. Quick check of the weather before we do that. Being brought to you by our friends at Camp Tall Pines, Camp of the Tall Pines, scenic Mayhill, New Mexico, camptallpines.com. They got a perfect getaway location just for you. That's in scenic Mayhill, New Mexico. They've got lots of things to do up at Camp of the Tall Pines. This time of the year when the snow starts falling, it's kind of awesome. You're looking for a romantic getaway? Just you and the one you love. Cabin, comfortable, cozy. Just, I mean, you can add to that list. I mean, I was just starting you off. 575-687-4101, camptallpines.com. I'm going to bring the kids up there. This is perfect. Mm-hmm. They have the glamping tents, cozy cabins, and the RV hookups. Check them out today. camptallpines.com. High temperature today, 65 and sunny, 35 tonight, and then tomorrow, 66 and sunny. Beautiful weather throughout the week. 8:07, got to get to the national anthem and the pledge, being brought to you by Rebecca Long. 575-393-2661. Rebecca can take care of all of your insurance. Bundle it together, save you a lot of money, and make sure that you are properly insured and not underinsured. She's got 40-plus years in the business. Started her business with farmers at the age of 19. Boats, commercial insurance, life insurance, home, auto. She can take care of all of that. Give her a call. Serving Lee, Eddy, and Chaves County. 575-393-2661. Looking for somebody you can trust with your insurance? Rebecca Long. 575-393-2661. Call her today. God bless America. God bless you. Here we go with the national anthem and the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
El Charo de Oro, Sebastián de la Cruz.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose brown stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
God bless America. God bless you. Already 8:10. Large prayer being brought to you by Jude Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From Psalms 29 this morning, Joshua said to them, "Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Be strong and courageous."
This is Mike Welsh. With Judah Oil, can you join us in the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven,
Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done,
thy will be done,
on earth as it is in heaven.
on earth as it is on heaven.
Give us this day our
Give
daily
us
bread,
this day our daily bread,
and forgive us
And forgive us.
our trespasses, and we've forgiven those who trespass against us.
And forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not to temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
Amen.
Amen.
811, we are W105. Some of the stories we'll be talking about coming up next include man carjacks BMWs and Porsches and then drives them through gates and fences in Albuquerque. Yeah, police, we'll talk about that on the way. China sends several warplanes towards Taiwan. It could be coming. Jay Leno says he's not a fan of Trump, but I'll tell you more about that. And Saturday Night Live does a skit making fun of Donald Trump. Well, it just seems like maybe the joke is on them. And another death at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Albuquerque. We'll get you updated with those stories and more on the way. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction. Trusted name across Southeast New Mexico, taking care of all your metal buildings, your siding, your roofs. They can take care of all of that and more. Give them a call, 575-391-1430. Cool thing about doing business with Seminole Siding and Construction, they've got many, many years of experience, and they've got a lot of people that give them an A+. The job that they do is awesome. Part of the reason is that, number one, they care. They care. They do a self-check after. They do the self-inspection, make sure that everything is done up to their expectations, to meet your expectations. They do metal buildings. They can do commercial and industrial metal buildings. They can also take care of your siding, your metal roofs, your shingle roofs. Also take care of all your doors and windows and your seamless gutters. Online at SeminoleSidingAndConstruction.com. Get in touch with them today. We're going to get updated, find out what's going on with news. We'll qualify you for the trip that we're giving away to Disney. 8:13 news being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, 575-208-5300. Luke Ragsdale is the guy settling the big cases. Medical malpractice case, settled one case for $9 million. One case in the patch for over $10 million. And don't forget slip and falls, car accidents, that type of thing. He can settle all those cases. And if you need somebody to defend you in the court of law, Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. 8:13, we're coming back. Boob of the day is on the way. Be in the Breakfast Club. We're W105. Let's qualify folks for the trip.
Call in and win. Hey, everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse.
We're going to Disney World.
Fox News. Ms. Foster. President Biden is asking for prayers and says we shall respond to the death of 3 American soldiers in a drone attack. Dozens are injured.
The attack struck a logistics support base at Tower 22 in northeast Jordan near the Syrian border. About 350 U.S. Army and Air Force are deployed there, and one of their roles include helping defeat ISIS. Since October 17th, Iran proxy forces have targeted U.S. troops more than 150 times in Iraq and Syria.
Fox's Madeline Rivera, a 17-year-old murder suspect who escaped during a medical visit last Wednesday, is recaptured in Philadelphia on a city bus.
Shane Pryor, who's awaiting trial for a 2020 homicide, had been held in a juvenile facility since then. Officers say he was not handcuffed when he fled last week, and that they found a handcuff key on the teen when he was caught Sunday evening.
Fox's Lillian Wu. America's listening to Fox News.
That is the sound of your company logo getting printed on 500 shirts. Smart move. And an even smarter move in choosing the experts.
Awesome Graphics, serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas for 15 years, can not only brand your t-shirts, they can embroider your polos, hats, and jackets. They can print your signs and stickers, large and small. They can handle vinyl graphics for your vehicle. Are the windows in your business too plain? Awesome can print custom decals that allow you to see out, but your customers just see your logo. In fact, Awesome Graphics can put your logo on practically every promotional item under the sun, from coffee cups and water bottles to keychains and sun visors for your company vehicles. Want authentic Yeti Ramblers, mugs, or tumblers customized with your company logo? Awesome Graphics is ready. Stop by 523 West Sanger and Hobbs for ideas or simply visit myawesomegraphics.com. Trust Awesome Graphics and rest assured whatever they printed on, your logo will look awesome.
One day, 2 big shows. Kicker Monster Truck Show comes to the Lee County Event Center Saturday, February 10th. Kamikaze, Jurassic Attack, Overkill Evolution, Higher Education, Taurus, Black Stallion, plus a freestyle motocross show. And did we mention Tough Truck Racing?
Come early for the pit party and take a ride on a real monster truck.
Tickets now at KickerMonsterTruck.com. Sponsored by Four Rivers Equipment, Hobbs Iron and Metal, Sherwin-Williams Paint, and Garner's Motorsports.
For every road you take, it's Permian Chevrolet.
The most trusted and reliable people are those at Permian Chevrolet and Hobbs. Trusted to find you and get you and your family into the car or truck of your dreams. Reliable, even way after the sale. Permian Chevrolet's people take care of their customers. Give Permian Chevrolet a chance today. You won't be disappointed.
For every road you take, it's Permian Chevrolet.
701 West Navajo in Hobbs or anytime at PermianGM.com.
Attention all hunters, gun and knife collectors and reloaders. Los Alamos Ammo is holding its annual winter gun show in Carlsbad at the Pecos River Village Conference Center on February 3rd and 4th. 2 big days of new and used guns, ammunition, scopes, reloading supplies, and knives too. Lots of great gift ideas. Come have lunch and enjoy the show. The Carlsbad Gun Show is Saturday, February 3rd from 9 till 5 and Sunday the 4th from 10 till 4 at the Pecos River Village on Muscatel. Everyone is invited to come buy, sell, or trade. Be there.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Guerrilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Guerrilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Year-end clearance continues at National Furniture Liquidators. Hundreds of new markdowns on everything for your home. Big savings like this fireplace television stand, just $288. A pub table, 4 stools and bench, just $588. A big Ashley sectional, just $788. Or Ashley Queen Master bedrooms, your choice, just $1488 and more. Plus great financing options regardless of your credit. Everything for your home on sale now at National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection,
Nobody beats Shorty.
The City of Hobbs Recreation Department presents the 16th Annual Father-Daughter Dance, Saturday, February 17th at the Core. This year's theme is Candy Crush, and there are 2 sessions, 5:30 to 7:30 and 8 to 10. Girls kindergarten through high school and their favorite father figure are welcome. There'll be giveaways, gifts, refreshments, music by DJ Alpine, professional photos from Alicia Diane Photography, and more. Tickets are $15 and can be purchased at the city's website, hobbsnm.org. Scroll down the front page and click on the Recreation Customer Portal.
It's truck season at Sierra Blanca Motors in beautiful Ruidoso. Shop their lot, overflowing with Ram Tough trucks. For a limited time, Sierra Blanca Motors is offering an unprecedented 13% under MSRP on their entire inventory of new 2023 half, 3/4, and 1-ton Ram trucks in stock. Shop online at SierraBlancaMotors.com. Sierra Blanca Motors, your 4-wheel drive headquarters. No gimmicks, no markups, no addendums, ever.
Now back to the show.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Paraphrase the phrase in my own neighborhood. The rest of the country, the world's not a patch on our genes if we do what we want to do.
How stupid can you get?
Oh, I love to party in the party. The disco ball flashing above the star. If there's a drip, I might slip and end up with my head in the toilet bowl.
Tom likes to potty. He's in the bathroom. 8:20 now. We are beyond the Breakfast Club on the way. We've got good news of the day. Also, boob of the day still to come. Our number 877-396-W105. New Looks like weather reports New York City will continue to get hit with cold weather this week, which means that most of the residents will continue to slide on frozen urine for the next week or so in New York City. At least the next week. So, frozen urine every.
So, beware the brown snowballs.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah. Harry Connick Jr. announced his dad, Harry Connick Sr., died. He was 97. Former district attorney in New Orleans for a long time. I'm talking about probably 30 plus years.
Wow.
Long time. Spark of a recovery. December home sales in the United States jumped 8%. As the, 4% increase. Interest rates are still relatively high.
Yeah, they're still I think there's, when I was looking earlier, I think it was 6.4, 6.3.
Yeah. I kind of missed the days when Donald Trump was in office when interest rates were 2.4.
Right.
Back in the day. Man carjacks BMWs and Porsches and drives them through gates and fences to elude officials. State police say they've been pursuing this guy as he fled the Albuquerque Police Department. On Saturday, APD contacted New Mexico State Police to let them know there was a stolen vehicle that was fleeing down the wrong way on Central Avenue. Where could that go wrong? State Police assisted with the pursuit. Driver reportedly carjacked a BMW. By the way, the guy was later identified as David Crispin, 36 years old. He would only hijack Porsches and BMWs. At least the guy had taste. By the way, the good news is he's arrested. Also had 2 other warrants that were active. So it's not his first go long, where he's dealing with the police. Right. China sent several warplanes and Navy ships towards Taiwan after the U.S.-China talks. So Anthony Bilkin went to meet with China, and after the talks, China starts ramping up the aggression towards Taiwan. By the way, the meeting ended, I think it was at 6 a.m. By 6 p.m., the ships were already heading that way. 6 Navy vessels heading that way. 13 warplanes crossed the Taiwan Strait.
Well, didn't Taiwan say that the Chinese actually flew into their airspace?
Yep.
So that means we're going to do nothing.
So on Thursday, Chinese governor called the U.S. Navy for sailing a ship towards Taiwan. So they can be in the Taiwan Strait, but they're saying American ships cannot be. It kind of reminds me a lot of what goes on in the Philippines. China's like the bully on the playground right now.
Yeah.
If you don't throat punch them, they're going to keep doing stupid stuff.
Well, and you have a president that's pretty much signaled that he's a coward in every conflict.
Yep. Jay Leno says he's not a fan of Donald Trump, but he's against all efforts to remove him from the ballot. Why would you be against removing him from the ballot? I mean, you guys can bitch and moan about democracy. Democracy. I don't think you can even mention democracy when you're trying to take a sitting president off the ballot. Let the people decide. You know who came out for Donald Trump over the weekend?
Somebody we know.
Who?
Somebody we know? Famous?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Gore.
What?
Are you smoking crack or meth?
Former vice president?
There is no way that he would ever not be in favor of someone who's a Democrat. It would.
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, the dog. What he say?
Snoop Dogg came out and said nothing but love and respect for the Donald.
Wow.
The Donald.
I mean, this guy's an OG. Tom, what OG stands for?
Old dog.
Original gangster.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, dog starts with D.
O-G. G.
Uh-huh.
Dog.
Wait,
that starts with a D.
What do you call it? Old.
I don't know what you call it, Tom.
You abbreviate it.
Yeah, abbreviated. O-G.
A G, not a D.
I wasn't rescuing you earlier. I need to go back to that.
By the way, Snoop Dogg in the interview sang Trump's praises for a long history. Long history with Donald Trump.
Well, Snoop Dogg also said he has swore off marijuana.
That's not what he said.
All right, can I finish the story before you carry on with your dumb crap?
Okay.
He said, he ain't done nothing wrong to me. He has done great things for me. He pardoned Michael Harris.
Mm.
Nothing but love and respect for the Donald. By the way, Michael Harris was one of his associates from Death Row Records.
Right.
So, nothing but love for the Donald. See, the more and more we hear about people like Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent has already come out and says he has no problem with. The more that we hear rappers talking about Donald Trump, maybe some people will wake up.
Yeah, but still, the preacher still invited him to the St. John's Baptist Church.
And let me just say, the black churches have partnered with the Democratic Party for a long, long time. I think at the beginning they had good intentions.
Right, I believe that.
But in knowing everything and hearing Biden pander, you would think that the Democrats, the black folks would wake up to figure out all it is pandering. All he's doing is kissing my ass. I ain't getting nothing out of it.
And he's a racist, too.
All they're doing, they're not giving us anything. They're not doing anything. So here's Joe Biden over the weekend, pandering.
Thanks for bringing me home. We all think I'm kidding. For the longest time, when I was a young public defender and a state senator, I went to, if you'll excuse me, an AME church. I apologize. With Reverend Beeman. You brought it all back, Rev.
Oh, you brought me home. You brought me home. I am home. I fit in here like a... Oh, I don't.
Right. The party of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, I would think that more blacks will wake the hell up. He said Donald Trump was a sitting president.
He did.
You can't make this up. Tom, what does it mean when you say sitting president?
It means the president who's in office.
Here's what he said.
Did you see what he recently said about that he wants to see the economy crash this year? A sitting president.
Sitting, yeah.
Bless me, Father, come on, man.
First of all, Donald Trump did not say he wanted the economy to crash.
Right.
Not what he said.
Nope.
Just like when they said that he wanted the border to continue. That's not what he said. He said it's time to call in the army. If you want the border to continue to have problems, you don't call in the army. He was also asked before he got on the plane about a lot of people don't want you to run. Listen to this.
And what's your message to Democrats who don't want you to run again?
They want me to run.
2/3 say they don't.
Read the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same. That poll showed that 92% of Democrats, if I ran, would vote for me.
A majority of Democrats say they don't want you to run again in 2024.
92% said if I did, they'd vote for me.
Jack. You know what he said? Jack. He's serious. Jack. Darn it. Jack. When he says Jack, it's like, he is very determined.
The dementia is kicking in, and he's got that anger streak going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bernalillo County officials said that the Metropolitan Detention Center inmate has died on Saturday. UNM Hospital medical team responded to an emergency at the facility and tried to save the inmate. Pete Salazar, 26, passed away about 10:30 Saturday morning. State's office medical examiner will be investigating this death. Now, this is the second death in probably 30 days. Remember that lady they had brought in? She died. But if my memory stands right, I think she died. She had already done drugs before they took her in. I think that's the way that worked. All right, boob of the day coming up in just a second. SNL mock for their woke smugness after Trump used the term debanking. Tom, is that a word, debanking?
I've never heard it till today.
Yes, it is.
It is. So they did the skit. Maybe they should have looked it up before they wrote the skit. By the way, the egg is not on Trump's face.
That is too much work for Gen Zers.
Yeah. Wow. All right, I'm going to tell you why Jim Harbaugh left Michigan, went to the NFL. We'll do that coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128 this morning, exit Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles, Twin Wells Fuel Station. Large facility built, covered area, really, really nice. Check them out today. They sell diesel, DEF value, unleaded, and they accept all major credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. So if you're driving on 128, exit on Buck Jackson Road, 833. We got to get to the good news. That's coming up next, Tom.
All right, this texter is saying, Snoop Dogg made a music video killing Donald Trump, but now they love the Donald? He's saying this morning? I've never seen it, so I can't comment on it. And John from Eunice says, I keep hearing Big Mike will slip into the presidential race. I wonder if Black America will vote for color or sanity. They have to know her husband's the one causing all the problems that we have today, says John from Eunice this morning.
Hey, before you get into that, I posted up a meme the other day, and just for comical purposes, it says, coming to Netflix this spring. It's a picture of the Obamas with the girls and Michael, and right. It says, coming to Netflix this spring, My Two Dads. Carry on, Tom.
All right, Patriot Larry is chiming in. Do y'all recall the video of Snoop shooting Trump in the head a few years ago? Snoop is a flip-flopper. The Patriot Larry is chiming in this morning. Oh, I didn't know that. And Bilkin, this one texter saying, did you mean Blinken?
Blinken.
Yeah. Well, I called him something else the other day, so we're in the same neighborhood. And Walmart stopped selling gun sales in New Mexico, says this texter, when MLG and the Dems passed a bill saying that all dealers had to accept walk-in background checks. That's James and Eunice chiming in with that remark this morning. And
even ammo, they don't sell the ammo that they used to sell.
Mm-hmm. And B, do you remember the Brady law? This one texter says, only since the government has 3 business days to complete the check. After 3 days, you can have it if they completed the check or not. Now, the dealer, however, is under no obligation to transfer a gun in that situation.
Wow. Susana Martinez on Fox right now.
Is she?
Yes.
What did she say? We don't get it here back here
yet. I don't know, Tom. I'm doing the morning show. I just looked up at the screen.
You know what? I would vote for her again if she ran for governor again.
On the Fox Live channel is actually the Oxford Mother's trial.
She's been out 6 years now. I would vote for her again.
I left you guys with the app. You should get it.
Huh.
Yeah. I'll help you with that later, Blake.
Okay.
All right, Jim Harbaugh talks about the reason he left Michigan.
Right.
I mean, he got the national championship.
Super Bowl, of course.
He said he was torn. He loves Michigan. He loves NFL.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Lamborghini trophy.
Lombardi, yeah.
In college football.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he left. I mean, you get the national championship. Now he's going to try to get
Super Bowl.
Get to Super Bowl.
But he's got in the same conference with the Kansas City Chiefs. Come on now.
Well, it's a easier work schedule too. I mean, you don't work 12 months a year. And college football nowadays, you're working 12 months a year.
Uh-huh.
All right, we got to get to the boob of the day. Being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, medical professionals on staff. Get in touch with them. 3900 North Lovington Highway, and you can find them online at thedesertfma.com. Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. They can take care. If you're living in pain, go talk to them. There are other solutions to getting shot up with steroids and pain pills and so on and so on. Go talk to these guys. They also do hormonal optimization, and they can take care of your testosterone. 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. Check them out today. Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, 837.
So these days, it's harder to find things to vandalize people's property with because, toilet paper, eggs, and everything just costs more, right? Especially meat. But a woman in New Jersey recently had her home vandalized with pepperoni. Yeah. There were large chunks by her doorstep and strewn around the porch. More pieces were strategically placed down the stairs, kind of like what you would do with rose petals if you were going to the bedroom. And then there were 4 slices on the hood of her car and 4 more on the trunk. She has no idea who did it or why they did it, so she called the police. There wasn't any real damage, but she's worried about it happening again because someone was trespassing, and if they come with pepperoni again, the meat could damage the paint on her car.
Mm-mm.
It's also not 100% clear if it was even really pepperoni. A local pizzeria owner said it looked like some kind of salami that was, quote, in the family of pepperoni. And he said, quote, as an Italian, seeing this hurts my heart, unquote. Still, the woman is calling the perps the pepperoni bandits, and police are investigating.
Have you seen the price of pepperoni lately?
Yeah, that's kind of the big deal.
Wow.
So the pepperoni bandits are the boobs of the day.
All right, 839, still to come. Melanie Stansbury, representative. Boy, she has something to say. We'll get to that. UNM doctor urges funding for the long COVID research before the U.S. Senate. We'll talk about that. And an elderly mom leaves $2.8 million in inheritance. You're not going to believe who she leaves the money to. We'll get to that and the good news of the day and more on the way. Tom, wrap up the text line, 877-396-W105.
All right, this texter said, Tom, if they took that test and he wanted to be in the Navy, they would use him as an anchor, says the texter. Another one said, yeah, they would put you on latrine duty, says the texter. You guys are awful, man.
You know what a latrine is, Tom?
Yeah. Caught it. Yeah. Another texter says, you know what? I wish they would ban all guns. Oh, wow. This is Lovington liberal chiming in. No one needs to be walking around strapped with a gun, only the law enforcement. Lovington Liberal.
And the criminals. And the criminals.
Yeah.
Because when you ban guns, that really doesn't take the guns away from the criminals.
And another texter stayed on Tracy from Eunice on the championship football game for college football. I think Georgia, he says, would have beaten Michigan in the championship game. They got robbed, that's for sure. I will say that.
Of course you will.
Well, you're the guy that said that Colorado was going to the national championship.
They are. And Deion's going to stay.
Now, remember, just a minute ago, he said, oh, I can't talk about that because I didn't see it. But he's going to talk about all these other things he didn't see.
So I'm going to talk.
How many Colorado games did you watch?
I watched 6 of them, by the way. The first 4.
I'm just not buying it.
How did you watch them?
On my TV.
They weren't local.
Oh, yes, they were. They were on Fox. Every game was on Fox. Yes, sir. There was one on ESPN. But, yeah, they were on Fox. And they were on ABC, too. Watched everyone. I thought, 4-0, man. This team's going somewhere, right?
No, they only won 4 games.
That's what I'm saying, 4-0.
No.
What,
how many did they lose?
8.
All right, 4-8, not 4-0.
Well, still a pretty good record, 4-0.
No, that's a lousy record, Tom.
I hope he ups that this year for his own.
See, where did Missouri finish this year?
10 games, 10 wins, or 11 wins.
Did they get to the championship round?
They had a bowl game.
No. Did they get to the championship
did.
round?
You can't say no. They did have a bowl game, and they won it.
It's a Paul Podunk championship game, football game. Come on now. They weren't in the Final Four, and that's all I'm going to say.
Where was Colorado?
I will bet you another buffet that Missouri finishes better next year, even without Corey Schrader, than Colorado. Better record.
Blake, they're watering down the system. They got 12 teams in the playoffs last year.
Why are you crawfishing?
I am not crawfishing.
You are.
Be about crawfishing.
So their first 2 games were on Fox, then ESPN, then ESPN3, which is like not being on.
Right.
And then their last game, the last last 5 games were not on TV.
Dang, sure was, because I watched all of them.
You're right, Tom. All those TV network listings, they're wrong.
Yep.
Tom is right. Watch? Because only 4 games were televised.
I watched them on the internet.
Sure you did. You can't even figure out the internet.
You just said that you watched them on Fox and ESPN. Now you're switching to the internet?
Yeah, on the internet. I have internet, and that's how the ball games came on.
Of course. Sure you do. 8:44. Let's take our break. This morning being brought to you by Main Trailer Sales. Main Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. Fifth wheels, travel trailers, ultralights. They've got you covered. 575-622-1751. MainTrailerSalesInc.com. Go and take the virtual tour. Check out every one of the units that are online right now. MainTrailerSalesInc.com. Let's qualify, folks, for the trip we're giving away. Then we're coming back. We'll check in on a look at news. 8:44. Be in the Breakfast Club.
Call in and win.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Mickey Mouse.
We're going to...
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News. I'm Joe Miller. Well, two bills targeting hazing in New Mexico schools making their way through legislative committees. It would make hazing a criminal act and moves to hold educational institutions and their leaders accountable for improving hazing education and prevention, as well as require schools to report hazing incidents to the state each year. Senate Bill 55, titled Anti-Hazing Act, introduced by Harold Pope, a Democrat representing Bernalillo County. Representative Pamela Herndon from Albuquerque has since signed on to co-sponsor the bill. On January 24, the Senate Education Committee passed the bill. It will next be heard in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Proposed bill would also create criminal penalties for both individuals who commit hazing acts and for anyone, coaches, teachers, staff, who reasonably should have known and did not report. More space coming to dispose of nuclear waste at Carlsbad area facility, where the materials from around the country are buried thousands of feet underground. Waste location pilot plant initially permitted for 8 disposal panels, where drums of transuranic nuclear waste are disposed of via burial in underground salt deposits about 2,000 feet below. But in 2014, a drum of waste ruptured. It left portions of WIPS underground contaminated and unusable for further waste disposal. That's why the Department of Energy sought to mine 2 additional panels as it works towards WIPS volume of capacity of 6.2 million cubic feet of waste. Advisors to the governor have worked over the past year to determine how to address the housing. Governor's initiative includes a $500 million investment. Amy Whitfield is the Housing and Homelessness Policy Advisor for the governor's office. She's been working on funding solutions to the housing crisis over the past year, meeting with national consultants and people around the state. The other $250 million is to encourage private companies to develop affordable housing. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
For every road you take, it's Permian Chevrolet.
The most trusted and reliable people are those at Permian Chevrolet in Hobbs. Trusted to find you and get you and your family into the car or truck of your dreams. Reliable even way after the sale. Permian Chevrolet's people take care of their customers. Give Permian Chevrolet a chance today. You won't be disappointed.
For every road you take, it's Permian Chevrolet.
701 West Navajo in Hobbs or anytime at PermianGM.com.
Wilbanks Trucking Service is seeking dedicated, responsible, and committed professionals to join their team. CDL positions that pay starting at $25 to $33 depending on experience. Non-CDL positions starting at $20 per hour. And crane operators $34 to $45 per hour depending on experience. Wilbanks Trucking Services offers comprehensive training and excellent benefits including medical, dental, and vision, 401k, and housing for out-of-town employees. To join the leaders in oilfield services, call 575-746-6318 or visit wilbanks.us for more information on career opportunities. Wilbanks Trucking Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey everybody, this is Dustin Garrett with New Mexico Junior College's Entertainment and Music Technology program. The Electric Mambo is going to be coming over to the banquet hall at the Lee County Events Center on Thursday, February the 1st, starting at 7:30 p.m. The theme of the night is Dance Party by Request, a full dance party experience for you, the City of Hobbs, and New Mexico Junior College. Admission price is only $10 and half price for kids under 12. And with your college ID, you show that at the door and you get them for free. We can't wait to see you on Thursday night, February the 1st at the Lee County Events Center Banquet Hall. Follow New Mexico Junior College on social media, on Instagram and Facebook for more information. All proceeds from this concert go to the Entertainment and Music Technology Scholarship Fund.
It's the values you need most when you need them this week at Bob's Rich Way. Big grocery specials like boneless breast tenders, $1.79 a pound. Boneless sirloin cut pork chops, just $1.39 a pound. Get the choice boneless beef arm roast, just $1.39. Food Club shredded cheddar cheeses, the big pack, just $1.98. And Food Club big orange and apple juices and ciders, 64 ounce, just $1. And the values when you need them, cold and flu season, they've got Simply Done disinfectant wipes, 2 big counts, $5 Top Care Children's pain and flu relievers, 2 for $4. Chest rubs to the Top Care Children's muscle relievers, and all the care you need to get you through the cold and flu season. All at value prices, where your grocery dollar always goes farther. This week at Bob's Fritzway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington, where they still carry your groceries out.
All right, people, let's move it.
Drive in today with the best damn morning show on earth.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Time to get up on your feet this morning.
8:51, we are BM, the Breakfast Club. Congratulations. Baby couldn't wait. They was ready to come into the world. And Mom gave birth in the parking lot at McDonald's in Wisconsin. Yeah, parents were able. They tried getting to the hospital. They just ran out of time. So
got to move them through the line faster.
Yeah, I mean Mickey D's baby Micah, born 8 pounds 6 ounces. Congratulations.
Did they really name it Micah?
Micah. Yeah.
They're going to call it Frosty, right? That would be Wendy's.
Yeah. McFlurry.
Yeah, there you go. There you
go. Yeah. New weather report, New York City. We talked about that. Frozen urine everywhere. It's nasty. Yes. People out and about, veterans sleeping on the street. Don't get me started, okay? Whew. Not good. Not good. December home sales, we talked about that. Mortgage rates are down. If you're interested in buying a house, 30-year fixed rate, 6.69%, which is still high.
Down is relevant.
Yeah, I mean, it's still.
It's kind of like Joe Biden's gas prices are down.
Yeah.
Well, they're down from the highest that you put them at, but they're still higher than they were.
So on average, if you were going to buy a home, say a $200,000 home.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the interest rate would have been 2%, and now it's 8%.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about a lot of money.
Yep.
A lot of money as far as your monthly note.
Yeah, it's $200.
Easy, a couple $100.
Buy an RV.
Yeah, buy an RV. What the hell does that mean?
Well, what do you think the interest rate on an RV is, Tom?
0. I don't have an interest rate on mine.
No.
Well, not everybody is felt sorry for, and people are just going to give them something.
You buy a brand new RV.
Tom, Portecito, let's give him stuff.
Well, if you're retired like I am, it's perfect.
Portecito, he can't do it on his own. We'll have to give it to him.
How much is your lot rent?
It ain't nothing. Virtually nothing.
It ain't nothing.
So you pay 0.
No, I mean, I pay a monthly rent.
That's what I asked.
But it ain't nothing. Ours is nothing, though.
He didn't ask. My head is really starting to hurt. Really, really.
I'm really trying not to count the number of times. I'm really trying not to.
Good luck with that. Florida K-9 finds the missing 11-year-old girl in a park bathroom. The video has been released. K-9 helps find that missing girl. She was endangered. She was 11 years old, found her Friday, and helped locate her at the park bathroom, according to law enforcement. Hillsborough County Sheriff said that the K-9, Mary Lou, responded to the little girl and located her. And so I think we have maybe get some type of award for this, right? You would think.
Yeah, could be.
So the bathroom, she was locked inside the bathroom. That's what happened to her. So pretty cool. A woman arrested in connection with the 3-year-old death will make an appearance in court. So that woman accused of being involved in the death of a 3-year-old is due back in court today. Police allege that Christina Pena, along with her son and the mother of the 3-year-old, stopped in New Mexico at a gas station where they claim the child fell inside the restroom. Hospital staff said the child was brought to the hospital, but was already dead. Police noticed signs of abuse, including injuries related to being tied up. So she makes her first appearance today. May she rest in hell also. And Melanie Stansbury, representative from New Mexico.
The Shrieking Eel.
What district is she?
1.
District 1.
Mm-hmm. So some of our Roswell listeners are in that district.
Encompasses Roswell, yeah. Melanie Stansbury says nobody should die because they can't afford medical care. By the way, nobody is dying.
No.
Our hospitals take people in every day.
Mm-hmm.
She goes on to say we need to pass Medicare for all and finally guarantee health care as a human right.
It's illegal to turn away anyone for emergency medical care.
Yes. So, I mean, the whole idea is just fake. Thank you. You bleeding heart, Melanie Stansbury. God bless you.
The Shrieking Eel.
Yeah, yeah. Everything is people shouldn't die. They're not dying. That's an out-and-out lie. Good news coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Call Rebecca. Rebecca Long, 575-631-3189. Look, you can find the Atlas Makeup Mirror now at Albertsons in Carlsbad and in Hobbs, and you can find them in Midland, Odessa at Market Street. Find out more information on the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Look, big things are coming for the Atlas Makeup Mirror. She's got the all the TV ads going right now in Texas. She has been in Vogue magazine. Everybody loves the Atlas Makeup Mirror. Guys, I'm telling you, perfect gift for Valentine's. This would be it. Go to the website. Check it out, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Follow them on Facebook and on Instagram. Tom, wrap her up if you would.
All right, this texter's saying, in other words, Blake, it's Nanya. I mean, laugh out loud. Tom doesn't want to tell you his lot rent, says the texter.
$450.
No, not in the it's not even in the neighborhood.
My point is it still costs money, Tom.
Well, yeah, I mean, everything's going to cost money. What be?
Who are you trying to fool?
Who are you
trying to fool? You told me how much it was. I mean, why you're acting like it's more or less?
Well,
you told me $450. What's the big deal?
I don't remember that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, duh. You don't remember much.
All right, then Joseph is chiming in. He says the only ball games Tom watches is on the Hallmark Channel, where the lady is the catcher. Says
he's too busy watching the WNBA. Tom, what's the number we told you a couple of weeks ago? Yeah, we gave you a number to remember.
I believe it was 478.
Oh, Tom scores one. Wow.
See, I don't know about that stuff. I have a good
on
retainer.
The cognitive test, they actually give you 3 things.
I retain stuff like that.
Oh, really? What was the object?
Some rubber ball or something.
Well, that's not a correct answer.
What's in the neighborhood?
All right, Tom, did your mom and dad leave you anything behind?
What do you mean?
Like inheritance.
You all right there? Well, I didn't hear nothing from him. And I didn't really want anything from him. Perseverance from my mother.
Well, that wasn't that. That's not really inheritance.
Well, yeah.
Where was that perseverance left, Tom?
Well,
was that left on in the bank? Was that left?
So,
Yeah.
but it's, she taught us how
an
to make
elderly
it.
woman claims that her kid never visited her. So she actually had amassed $2.8 million.
Hey,
good for her.
This is in China. She
even
lives in
better.
Shanghai. She left all the money to her pets. So her pets will be taken care of.
Good for
And
her.
left
Nice.
nothing to her kids. Yes. By the way, that's happened in America. I remember a story out of Tennessee where these folks had like $5 million and left everything to their border collie, Lulu.
So there is a trick to that. Like you leave the kids like $100 or $1,000 each. So then they can't try to fight it because you left them something.
All right, Tom, wrap up the text. We're going to take a break. KWMW, Malchmore, 105.1 FM, straight up 9 o'clock.
Hey, Jeff from Hagerman is chiming in. He says, if Prohibition didn't work, what makes you guys think that banning guns would work? Dumb liberal, says Jeff from Hagerman this morning. And Texter says, never mind, we're caught up. Never mind, we're caught up.
What the hell was that?
It was the... I didn't pre-read this. I better not read it. I
pre-read it, but I can say it. I mean, Blake, can you beep, 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 beep some sense into Tom A?
Blake, can you bitch slap some sense
No,
into
you can't
dumbass
say that
Tom?
on the radio. That's nasty.
Of course you can.
That's not one of the words.
You just did.
Why? It's nasty.
That's not one of the words.
You just did. All right, 9 o'clock. We're going to take a break. Come right back. News this morning being brought to you by Janko Janitorial. 324 West Main in Artesia. They can take care of all your janitorial supplies. So if you need commercial-grade janitorial supplies, they can actually deliver them to you. They can do commercial cleaning, office cleaning. They can strip the floors, wax the floors, do window cleaning. They can do industrial, oil-field, and commercial cleaning. Their folks are all certified, hazmat certified, pathogen certified, and PPE certified. Go to the website for more information, jancojanitorial.com or 575-703-1869. Check them out today. We're coming right back. We're BN The Breakfast Club, 9:02. We're going to check in with news, but first, let's qualify folks for the trip to Disney, 9:02 W105.
Call in and win.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse.
We're going to Disney World.
Fox News. Ms. Foster. President Biden is asking for prayers and says we shall respond to the death of 3 American soldiers in a drone attack. Dozens are injured.
The attack struck a logistics support base at Tower 22 in northeast Jordan near the Syrian border. About 350 U.S. Army and Air Force are deployed there, and one of their roles include helping defeat ISIS. Proxy forces have targeted U.S. troops more than 150 times in Iraq and Syria.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. A 17-year-old murder suspect who escaped during a medical visit last Wednesday is recaptured in Philadelphia on a city bus.
Shane Pryor, who's awaiting trial for a 2020 homicide, had been held in a juvenile facility since then. Officers say he was not handcuffed when he fled last week and that they found a handcuff key on the teen when he was caught Sunday evening.
Fox's Lillian Wu. America's listening to Fox News.
That is the sound of your company logo getting printed on 500 shirts. Smart move. And an even smarter move in choosing the experts.
Awesome Graphics, serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas for 15 years, can not only brand your t-shirts, they can embroider your polos, hats, and jackets. They can print your signs and stickers, large and small. They can handle vinyl graphics for your vehicle. Are the windows in your business too plain? Awesome can print custom decals that allow you to see out, but your customers just see your logo. In fact, Awesome Graphics can put your logo on practically every promotional item under the sun, from coffee cups and water bottles to keychains and sun visors for your company vehicles. Want authentic Yeti Ramblers, mugs, or tumblers customized with your company logo? Awesome Graphics is ready. Stop by 523 West Sanger and Hobbs for ideas or simply visit myawesomegraphics.com. Trust Awesome Graphics and rest assured whatever they printed on, your logo will look awesome.
Attention all hunters, gun and knife collectors, and reloaders. Los Alamos Ammo is holding its annual winter gun show in Carlsbad at the Pecos River Village Conference Center on February 3rd and 4th. 2 big days of new and used guns, ammunition, scopes, reloading supplies, and knives too. Lots of great gift ideas. Come have lunch and enjoy the show. The Carlsbad Gun Show is Saturday, February 3rd from 9 till 5 and Sunday the 4th from 10 till 4 at the Pecos River Village on Muscatel. Everyone is invited to come buy, sell, or trade. Be there.
Good times and bad come and go. The dust settles and you take a look around. That's when you see who your real friends are. We've seen our members through the toughest of times. We're conservative and we're consistent. We don't always tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes we say no, but we're always looking out for your best interest. That's what friends are for. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member, federally insured by NCUA.
This is Davis Smith, the Gorilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
For every road in life, Permian Truck Guide.
Trucks are one of the specialties at Permian Chevy. Truck lovers all over Southeast New Mexico and West Texas find the truck they want at Permian Chevy. No hassle sales approach. New and used trucks. Lots of them.
For every road in life, Permian Truck Guide.
Find your truck at 701 West Navajo in Hobbs or anytime at PermianGM.com.
One day, two big shows. Kicker Monster Truck Show comes to the Lee County Event Center Saturday, February 10th. Kamikaze, Jurassic Attack, Overkill Evolution, Higher Education, Taurus, Black Stallion, plus a freestyle motocross show. And did we mention tough truck racing?
Come early for the pit party and take a ride on a real monster truck.
Tickets now at KickerMonsterTruck.com. Sponsored by Four Rivers Equipment, Hobbs Iron and Metal, Sherwin-Williams Paint, and Garner's Motorsports.
You've imagined that perfect home, designed it in your mind. At Destiny Real Estate Extremes that we provide. We buy or sell residential ranches, lots and more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
If you're looking to rent, please join our website at www.destinyluxuryrental.com. I've got everything from a little 2-bedroom all the way up to a 10,000 square foot home with an indoor swimming pool. Again, that's destinyluxuryrental.com. And I'm needing some more homes. If you wanted to make a little extra income, just give me a call. Rhonda Burns, 575-257-3000. At Destiny Real Estate, our business is built on dreams and imagination. Telephone 575-257-3000.
Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
Be in the Breakfast Club on air, online, on your phone.
It was also Kamala's birthday. Happy birthday, great president.
877-396-W105. Tom, big game. Can't wait for it, right?
The Chiefs are still the Chiefs, and believe it. You got to fight for your right to party!
And there it is. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl.
So when is the big game? It's 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I think it's the 11th. They have, like, the flag football game next week.
What about the lingerie bowl?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's flag football, all-star game, same thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure Tom will watch that one.
What's happened to the real Pro Bowl game?
Well, you don't watch it anyway.
But I used to.
When's the Super Bowl? Well,
I used to do a lot of things that I can't do now, but I mean, please elaborate. I used to.
Yeah, I used to watch it when they put on the helmets and the pads and went after each other.
Right after the Colorado games, right?
Right.
Yeah, right there. I watched the games on TV, even though they weren't televised. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I watched them. 877-396-W105. Be on the Breakfast Club. I watched a movie this weekend.
What'd you watch?
Society of the Snow.
Okay. Elaborate.
What are you laughing about?
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Well, what were you laughing about?
Society of the Snow sounds like some Hallmark movie.
That
would be your movies.
That does not sound like a Hallmark movie.
So, you remember the plane crash the rugby team.
Yes.
From
God, that was 40, 50 years ago.
yeah, 1972,
Mm-hmm.
and they ended up surviving.
Eating each other.
Well, some of them ended up surviving.
Well, I mean, the ones that only the strong survive.
Right.
By the way, Tom, let me just say this much: if you were on the plane
Mm-hmm.
and the plane went down, man, we could eat off of you for like months.
Well, I know they
We could
barbecued.
probably make it through summer.
Well, they barbecued each other. There ain't nothing wrong with
They
eating human meat.
Yeah, they broke out the grill.
Barbecue each other.
They
But-
put it on the
Where'd they get
smoker.
the barbecue grill?
But there's nothing wrong with eating human flesh. Really. And
Tom,
What the hell that came from?
Well, if you got to eat it, it's okay. As long as
Tom,
I'm gonna be honest. As I watched that movie, I'm like, I'd have done the same damn thing.
Right?
I actually turned to the wife and I said, I'm gonna be honest. If me and you go down,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could. She's got a big old booty. I could probably.
Sure that.
I mean, that's probably a whole month.
But it was
I'm just
freezing
saying.
up there, so it never did spoil.
So, great movie. Go check it out. I mean, there are some subtitles, but
Right.
I mean,
What was the movie stars in it?
there are no movie stars.
they all got eaten.
Oh.
Yeah, they got that. Thank you. The other movie is Nowhere. And both those movies have subtitles, which I hate, but both of them I couldn't turn off.
What's Nowhere about, B?
It's about these people that were trapped inside a container as they tried getting to another country.
Oh, I saw the previews on that. Yeah.
Now you have to read it, but it's not. It's actually good. Both of those movies, and usually I'm the one that's complaining. All these damn foreign movies on Netflix. What the hell? I got to get through all. But both those movies were pretty good.
If you
And
ever,
then-
if you ever get the chance to see a French movie called Brotherhood of the Wolf, and it's only subtitled as well, and it's really good.
So usually I get bored having to read the subtitles, but both those movies were pretty good. And then yesterday I started watching the new drug movie, what's it called, Giselia? Is that,
I don't know.
there's Netflix. There it is.
They should sponsor the show.
Yeah, look, Netflix. So I'm scared they were going to cuss.
Right.
But that is a great series so far too. It's about drugs, about the cartel, about cocaine. So pretty good. All right, text line 877-396-W105. Tom.
All right, this one texter says, you know what? I was left over $1 million, but I didn't feel right spending it. Says the
I
texter.
would spend it.
And guys, they sell human meat. It's actually on the market, says one of these texters.
Go down to the local Mercado.
Right? Ain't bad. Because it's real. It's nutritious for you, by the way.
Hey, Tom,
What? You don't like
not.
human meat?
it's illegal.
What do you? Well, if you don't tell nobody, what do you?
And by
guys-
the way, I failed to mention the Giselda. Tom, you have any idea who stars in that?
I'm going to say Kevin Costner.
It's a female.
Oh,
First
Kavina
name
Costner?
Sophia
Viagra.
Viagra.
Yeah,
That's who it
is that
is.
her?
So she's not bad to look at either.
Oh,
All right, 914. Carry on.
All right, Kevin. This text is saying, "What are you talking about? Can you repeat the name of those movies again, please?"
Nowhere and Society of the Snow.
Okay. And does reading a movie count as a book, B?
No, because it's a movie, but if you listen to a book, it does count as a book.
Right. Because it's usually someone reading the book.
Yes.
Right. And did y'all catch the Griselda show on Netflix?
Yeah, that's the one I was just talking about. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I'm in two or three of them so far, episodes.
And that's funny, David. I'm not reading it on the air, but it's funny. So
there you go.
Joe Biden invited Katie Cox to attend the State of the Union. You have any idea who Katie Cox is? She's 31 years old. Katie Cox was the woman who was denied an abortion in Texas.
Oh, right.
So she's going to the State of the Union. I'm sure they'll prop her up.
Republicans missed it big time there.
Yeah. California chow killer who beat a 3-year-old to death is walking free unless Gavin Newsom overrules the parole board. And by the way, you haven't seen that make the news a whole bunch. Gavin Newsom's been all over the Sunday shows, talking about how great Joe Biden is, how bad the Republicans are. But nobody is mentioning that this guy that brutalized a 3-year-old is going to walk free. By the way, he didn't just beat the 3-year-old. He beat the kid so bad. Kid had traumatic injuries, broken bones. Organs were just like they had gone through a meat grinder, and he killed the kid.
Right.
So Patrick Goodman, 49 years old, killed little Elijah Sanders in 2000. He's getting ready to walk free.
Man, B.
By the way, and here's the way he killed the kid. He swung the kid over and over, grabbed him by the wrist, and kept swinging the kid into the wall.
My
God. Sounds like a great, upstanding individual that should be walking the streets. When the purge begins, I'm trying to figure that out. Two women arrested for joyriding with a pet lion in Thailand. Yeah, they were arrested. You can't have. Can you have a pet lion? I guess maybe.
Guess you can.
Yes. Yeah. Viral video shows the lion chained to the back seat, riding around in a Bentley with a lion in the back seat. By the way, both of them were arrested, and they are facing charges. And you can't have a wild animal out on the streets without permission. You need to ask for permission, okay?
I want to take my lion for a ride. Can I do that?
Yes, let's just take it. Biden administration very alarmed over the sexually explicit photos of Taylor Swift, AI photos. By the way, I'm going to be honest, it looks nothing like Taylor Swift.
And they're not photos of Taylor Swift. They're just AI-generated photos.
Number one, the face doesn't look like Taylor Swift. And in the picture, the AI-generated photos has boobs. Taylor Swift have boobs like that? Come on.
She does have nice feet, though.
What?
Feet.
Taylor?
Feet.
Says the guy that wants to eat human
breaks
flesh.
Or one more break, Blake?
We got just the one going into Tradio.
All right, that's what I needed to know. Chris Young, charges dismissed. I said on Friday, new information was coming out, and those charges probably would be dismissed after video came out from the bar he was at. So charges against country music star Chris Young have been dismissed. 38-year-old was arrested following an incident at a Tennessee bar in the Nashville area. And it was confirmed by the district attorney on Friday. All charges dropped.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, so he gets out and no charges. Good for him. And can you imagine this? When you're 18, you make a bad decision.
Can
you imagine that?
Just one?
No. Baywatch star Nicole Eggert says she now regrets getting breast implants at 18.
Really?
Warning young women to leave their bodies alone.
Yeah, because,
Wait, hold up. Let me figure this out. So at 18, she has a okay, so kids 13 getting their genitals mutilated, that later on they might not. I'm just thinking out loud. Excuse me. Well, I think.
Well, the augmentation surgery, a lot of women don't realize. They think it's one and done, and that's not the way it works.
You have to go back and get more and more and more.
Yes. It's like 10 or 15 years is the total lifespan.
Really?
Yeah. So you're going to have to go back and get them again. All right, I got an interesting story. We'll get to that. Tom on the text, 877-396-W105. Morning show this morning being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. Get in touch with them today by stopping at 609 West Lee Street in Carlsbad or 604 West Church Street in Carlsbad, 406 West Cedar in Loving. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes, start you up, do your dry cleaning, or if you want to do all of that on your own, not a problem. They have coin-operated machines. Check them out today. Tom on the text.
All right, this text says, in Utah, a guy had a pet lion and took him cruising one night, says the texter. Okay. Got a serious text here, B. Anybody hear about the baby found in Roswell in one of those plastic containers? Just texted the sheriff's office and also city of Roswell. Maybe they'll have some more information by the time we get off the air. But that's tragic if that is the truth right there. And B, come on, Blake. They've got triple emojis laughing at you.
Well, I'm still not going to read it. It's funny, David. I'm just not going to read it on the air.
So anyway, there you go, B.
All right, Tom.
It was about human flesh.
Oh,
and
okay.
you.
Oh. There you go, Davey.
FDA approves the first home insemination kit.
Turkey baster and what else?
Well, you're laughing. We actually have a friend. Him and his wife could not have babies, but they supposedly. I still don't know if I believe the story.
He's the one that said it.
Artificially inseminated the young lady with a turkey baster.
Okay.
I don't. But now there is a company that,
they'll sell you a turkey baster with a different label on it.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's some things that should be done at a doctor's office.
Right? Cheap way to do it.
I don't get it. I don't.
Saving a buck.
God bless you, Tom. God bless. I got, here's a story. Newborn baby found behind a Mississippi dumpster, 2 people in custody.
Mm-hmm.
So the newborn baby girl found behind the dumpster at a Mississippi mobile home park last week, and they have arrested 2 individuals. Andreas Gomez, 27 years old, and Madrid Carbajal, 27 years old. They have both been arrested. I'm just going to say, I'm not the smartest guy out there, but I do know how a baby is made.
Right.
Maybe you got to check into that in advance, and that way you don't have to worry about such things.
Right.
Take precautions in advance. Maybe that's the way to do it. Looks like AOC says that Trump's primary voter numbers show he can't be Biden. AOC is smarter than everybody else. She is saying that Trump can't beat Biden.
Now,
I'm going to be honest. Anybody could beat Biden at this point.
This is the same woman who once said that the moon is more important than the sun because the moon gives us light at night and the sun only gives us light in the daytime when it's already light outside.
Yeah, congratulations. Did anybody hear Trump say this? Because I saw a friend post it up that Donald Trump said anybody who votes for Nikki Haley shouldn't vote for him, like turning those voters away. I didn't see the story anywhere. Anybody see that story that Donald Trump said that if you voted for Haley, don't vote for him?
No.
I didn't see that.
No, and I was cruising
I didn't
news sites earlier.
Yeah, I didn't see a story that said anything near that. And a family of an 85-year-old woman killed by an alligator at a retirement community is now suing the retirement community for a siege. Her lawyers say the 85-year-old didn't feel comfortable walking her dog along the retention pond behind the Spanish Lakes fairways of her home. But she was walking her dog, and a 10-foot long gator grabbed her by the foot and dragged her underwater.
My goodness.
So now she's suing the community, retirement community.
If she didn't feel comfortable doing it, why was she doing it?
Well, why did she do it? Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of that movie Lake Placid.
Yeah.
Right.
Alligators are getting more and more aggressive. And I think the reason they're getting more and more aggressive because they're losing territory.
Right, habitat.
They're losing landmass. Places that used to be in the wild are not in the wild anymore.
And they're fed up with people making boots and suitcases out of them.
Yeah, I mean that pisses them off. It does. All right, we got to get to the good news of the day, being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington. 575-396-0513. They can take care of all your home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Herschel Rustin Hayes, Farmers Insurance Agent, proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So, most roadside convenience stores don't want you to use their bathrooms. And, well, the feeling is probably mutual with most of them. But one chain is making bathrooms more fun. 6 Hop Shops, they are in northern Kentucky, have installed a big red button in 6 different bathrooms with a sign saying, "Do not push this button." But there's also an image of their mascot, Hopper the Frog, winking, which signals that you could push the button if you want to. All right. If you do, it temporarily turns the bathroom into a dance club with lights, including an actual disco ball and music. And when you talked about, you played that song earlier, B, with a disco ball in the bathroom, I went looking for this story. I remembered I read it. A manager says the disco party bathrooms have gone viral on social media, and they're such a draw that people are coming in just to go to the bathroom. The manager said, "I even had a 61-year-old woman who came in here and came out of the bathroom and told me it was the best day of her life." Yeah, it seems kind of like a low bar, but, no judgment. And a woman proudly says she celebrated her 20th birthday by visiting all 6 Hop Shops disco bathrooms. The idea was to do something unique to bring people in, and hopefully they'll make a purchase while they're there. They started by trying it in 1 location last year. It's now in 6, and since they have more than a dozen Hop Shops, they think that it'll go to all of them, but it's unclear whether it will. And the disco bathroom at the Hop Shops in Kentucky are your good news of the day.
Allsup's is like, whatever. I mean, we got bathrooms that don't even lock. Leave us alone. We ain't cleaned them since 78. By the way, Allsup's, if you would be a sponsor to be in the Breakfast Club, you wouldn't be picked on.
Right.
Just throwing it out.
Tom would still eat your burritos, though.
Oh, yeah, he would. And use your bathroom, too.
Well, they're not.
All right. Yep, he would. Tom, anything on the text before we go?
Yeah, one more. But this texter says, just wait until the world finds out that Taylor's real name is Tyler.
Yeah, we watched her grow up. We know she's a girl.
Yeah, she's a country girl. And
keep going.
Turkey basters, this texter said, work. That's how my wife got pregnant with our turkey last year. Laugh out loud, says the texter. Okay.
God bless you guys. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6:06 for BM, the Breakfast Club. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm sure today they are meeting about gun control, the Roundhouse. Yep. So I'm sure we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about. They'll be talking about other things today, but Mostly gun control. It's amazing that when will they get to the budget? That's what this is supposed to be about.
Well,
It'll last a couple days.
Alaska, we'll squeeze everything. I mean, budget, smudge it. What the hell?
Should call a special session for it.
Yeah. All right, 9:30. Let's get updated with news being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Your choice for your next HVAC job. If you're having problems with your air conditioner or heater, next couple days you might need both of them. Yeah, you might need air conditioning during the day, heater at night. These guys have the experience to take care of all your air conditioning needs. They do, of course, residential and commercial air conditioning. Their number, 575-631-1999. Call them today. Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 6:30. We're Beyond the Breakfast Club signing off. Tradio is just around the corner.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over